Welcome back. Lobo Project, episode 61. I am Mike Robertson, joined as always by Mike Taylor. Mike, do you have 1980 Olympic gymnastics fever?
I do. I was looking to see if perhaps Nancy McKeon was on the team because the moves she was performing in the place where Mark almost died a few weeks ago. It really she was. I was like, wow. Why go to Facts of Life if you've got obviously these balance beam skills?
It's just so
Jeez,
funny. There's been a lot of sports this season, and they're
true.
all ABC affiliated so far. A lot of football, obviously now the Olympics, which ABC had forever. And it's just funny to think that 6 months from now they don't go to the Olympics. Like it's just like it's wild to think about America just boycotting the Olympics and all the stuff that goes with it, and people like poor Penny Barrett working forever and then just not even getting a chance to go because of Jimmy Carter. So
When you said that Olympics, the first thing I thought of was Steuben getting punched, like boxing style. Remember when he did the 360?
in the pool fight, yeah,
Imagine that in the ring in the
yeah.
Olympics. Just a
Well,
man in knee socks ready to duel in the pugilistic arts. Come on.
luckily there was no long-term CTE for Stubing that maybe impacted his ability to read a calendar. We are here tonight to talk about the 10th episode of season 3 of the Love Boat, number 12 if you're following along on IMDb. The Brotherhood of the Sea, letter to baby cakes. What was that? Daddy's Pride.
Yeah. Is it?
Beautiful. Yeah,
Daddy's
Daddy's Pride.
Pride.
For some
Yeah.
reason I thought it was Daddy's Girl, but it's Daddy's Pride, which is not untrue. So
Not
that is
untrue.
a Mr. Barrett, a complicated character to unpack, I would say, here for us tonight. So
I wanted him to talk like Bronson. Get up on that balance beam. What
it's
are you
funny you
doing?
have that. I definitely have a note in here at some point about him and Bronson. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
fascinating episode. The synopsis: the guys deceive Julie in order to plan her surprise birthday party. An adultering Bart uses his assistant Wally to cover up his tracks, and the Barretts, Penny Barrett and her dad, would be Olympians, and we have a lot of. She'd rather hang out with her friend Kevin, a new boy in town. Is it adultery if you're not married?
Hmm. That's a good question. I guess not. If you haven't taken a vow, I guess nothing's really super official until
Because
it's,
they weren't married. I was very
no.
because I watched it first, and then I saw the synopsis, and then I was like looking for like if I missed it, and they definitely weren't married. I mean, Bart didn't seem the marrying kind, I
I
don't
mean,
think,
just
but
just at how low his shirt was unbuttoned, like it was telling me he wasn't married. That thing was
spo-
open navel. Like, good Lord, Demond.
spoiler: Desmond Wilson was amazing in
Yeah,
this
he was.
episode. He was
His outfits, his
so
glasses, he
good.
was great.
His basically playing two characters. Like, I mean, it's fantastic,
He bit his
fantastic.
knuckle twice too, and I don't know why that stood out to me, that move, but I thought he was great when he dropped the. Well, we'll get to it, but it was.
Yeah,
I just thought
I
it. I thought he was great.
I have a note in here that let me just say this. My original question to you
Yeah.
to start the episode was going to be: has the floor on this program risen this season? Because this
Wow.
is not what I would call a good episode by any means. It's certainly not groundbreaking or whatever. It's pretty basic, but it's like the quote unquote not good episodes here.
Right.
The average episodes just feel so much better. It's been a while since there's been like a storyline that I had in all caps, who cares, or something like that. I feel like the floor has risen a lot here.
I do agree, and I think this is a great example of it. But I also think it's not just the floor. I think you have the right players in this episode to, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
to elevate it. Because again, there's not a lot. I mean, these aren't
No, these are not
epic story. They're
complicated.
not. No,
These are
they're all
not
like
complicated
three.
stories. Yeah.
Well, the fact that
So,
one of them is about the crew, I mean, that
and
kind of
probably I would
says,
say the worst of the three.
yeah, yeah,
Pretty significantly.
absolutely.
Um,
But yeah, I definitely think. I think, and maybe it's a good sign too.
yeah.
You know,
Well, and I
get
think
more,
it's like that
get
doesn't.
demand on there, or get more because look, you know, uh, not most, but a few of these people have already been on before,
Oh
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
so like Jimmy Walker's, but would you say that this is Jimmy's? Where does this fall in the Jimmy Walker appearances? Is this the
This is
worst, the
his.
middle
It's
of
funny you
the?
asked that. I think it's his best performance in terms of not just doing Jimmy Walker, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Like he was trying to act a little bit. Now there's some in there. There's always going to be some in there, but like they gave him actual stuff to do as opposed to
As
the first
Wally.
episode was him just showing up and doing Jimmy Walker stuff.
Yeah.
And the
You know,
second
he
one
wants
was
to
him
say it.
just showing up doing Jimmy Walker stuff as a ghost. So it's like,
It was, yeah, and
but
it's funny because it was different. I thought it was good because it was a different side of Jimmy Walker, or just a tone down, or
yeah,
whatever it was. But I thought he was,
no.
again.
And
Uh,
like the amazing thing with Michelle Lee that first season when she did three in
yeah,
one season, which now seems insane.
it's the Iron Woman.
Um, but she did three very different characters, and it felt
Hmm.
like three very different people. Robert Urich, I know you love him. Leslie Nielsen, we all love him. They were on three times. They weren't good.
They did
They just
nothing. They
weren't.
did nothing. Yeah. What about
So is
Christopher George? Christopher George apply to the
he
Jimmy
got
Walker thing too?
better, and he got better every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the first episode they just didn't give him much to do.
No,
You
and then the
know.
high school stupid thing. But
Yeah.
granted, yeah, that was his best.
Yeah, and then so I think that's five three timers. Obviously we're gonna have a lot more, but very very interesting to see the arc of all of them.
I agree.
Um, this thing aired the Saturday before Thanksgiving, so November 17th, 1979. I believe next week's episode is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so we may have missed our Thanksgiving window, but I guess it's still
Let's
possible we'll
hope.
get a holiday. You never know. We
Well,
we
one of
did
the
have a
stories.
sneak. We had a
No,
sneaky October, so or Halloween, so.
one of the storylines in the next episode is called Jive Turkey. So maybe
Oh,
it's
Stephanie's
not.
back.
It's not. It's not.
I thought Stephanie was
It's
gonna
not.
come back. So,
Oh, the new and expanded Thanksgiving gift shop episode. Here we go.
it's Black Friday.
It is Black Friday.
Um, what else was on? We will start with NBC because I know you want to hear
Mm.
about CBS.
Oh, I do.
Chips will not be seen tonight, so that we can bring you a 2-hour movie starting at 7 p.m. of Treasure Island.
Treasure Island.
Yeah,
I was hoping for a BJ and the Bear 2-hour epic. No?
I feel like if you think about the fact that this is close to Thanksgiving, I do feel like growing up, the holiday weekends like that were always like movies, like real like Disney movies. Like that'd be the one time they roll them out or something like that. So
Wasn't
maybe
wa-
that's what that is.
wasn't Wizard of Oz around Easter? I remember it was a certain time of year it
You
was
think of
on. I
the
wonder
Ten
if it's one of those.
Commandments?
Maybe.
So,
I mean,
same thing.
I get them mixed up all the time.
So,
Shoes, tablets, whatever.
at 9 p.m., the aforementioned BJ and the Bear. This episode is called
Uh-oh.
Mary Ellen. A circus performer hires BJ to haul his
Elephant.
2-ton elephant.
Had to be an
Which,
elephant.
yep, which promptly wreaks havoc on Winslow County.
Is
Which
that
I
really
don't.
how you move in a tractor trailer? Like, what if they shift with their weight? If a 2-ton animal is in the back, that just doesn't, scientifically, this doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's a question: and this probably is a Smoking the Bandit question too, but like, is BJ's rig always the same, or is it just his cab and then he hooks different rigs? I don't know if these are the proper terms,
I'm
but
glad you're asking the right person. If we have another podcast called the Trucker Project, I think he always has the same. Let's call it the engine, right?
okay.
Like the pulling mechanism. I think is always the same. They just put it's a perfect spot for a TV show. It could be like, oh, we could pull elephants one week. We could have a helicopter. We could have experimental.
Currency. There was a
Right,
currency in there, I think. Yeah.
But there's no way that I guarantee you that they do not ship or moved elephants via tractor trailer. There's no way. It
I
have to be
gotta
by train.
well, their circus built, like, it can't be a standard. You can't just
You're
get a
saying a
U-Haul.
circus
So,
built tractor trailer?
I'm
The
saying like the circus
yeah.
Ringling Brothers
Uh-huh.
has
Like
transport.
like a
They're
convoy.
not putting them on the train. Yes.
I just thought maybe they were bound to train friendly cities. Like, oh, the train doesn't stop in Omaha, so maybe catch them
Sheboygan.
in. Yeah. All right.
I don't know. That's for we're not a circus
We're not a
podcast.
circus. We're not. It's
Sorry.
not the Pachyderm Project either. We don't know.
But like if the bear is ever going to be involved in one, he like fights the elephant or accidentally
He fights,
unhitches the thing or
or
something.
they become friends.
Right. He's
Like the
riding the
elephant's got a
elephant.
thorn, and then the
Yeah.
bear takes it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's okay to talk about an elephant
Right.
on the show, but you cannot
Never.
again bring up the bear. At this
Also,
point, I'd be like, "Well, who's the bear? What's the point? Just call the show
well,
BJ."
it's also like, why are we mentioning yet another county? This is Winslow County. I feel like every third synopsis has the county. Who cares?
Well, you know what it is. Maybe like we have a new county means we can introduce a different sheriff. Like they had the two different
I think we have a third sheriff this week.
third sheriff.
I think we're gonna have to dig up a BJ and the Bear for a bonus episode, just because I have questions that need to be answered.
I just want
So
to see any interaction with the bear to see if it's
yeah,
even acknowledged. Like, is he just in the background and nobody talks? Like, is BJ? Is it one of those like I see dead people? BJ's dead and the bear's dead, and BJ can see the bear and the bear can see BJ, but BJ doesn't know that he's dead. Kind of thing.
Is the Bear maybe just the truck dispatcher? So, and that's like he's like the chief in the American Girls. They just talk on the phone
Just
every now
talk
and
to the
then.
thing.
Like,
Or it's just an imaginary. What's the bear? Oh, that's my imaginary chimpanzee friend that travels with me. Oof.
CBS.
Wait, sorry, hold on here. Sorry.
Oh right. Don't forget we have the sound effects. Yeah, in case you were
try.
huge fans of that. I'm sure we have a lot of mail about that. So
I'll try. I'll show some better restraint this week, people. Sorry.
you can't show worse restraint.
It was so exciting.
It was a morning zoo.
Yeah.
CBS, as we know, has struggled.
Oh boy.
And speaking of, by the way, because this episode was a little thin, I initially had thought, oh, this is a good spot for us to put our look at the ratings for
sure.
7980. Still working on it because I could only find the top 30 shows, which is a little disappointing. I like to have everybody, but we'll have something here in the future. So
let me ask you. So at this point, before looking into it, so is ABC the king?
Things have changed.
NBC and CBS.
Things have, in my preliminary glance, it is not a one network domination anymore.
Interesting.
So
okay.
yeah. And it does. Nothing will surprise you. I think it's just it went so quickly from ABC having all the top shows to there being a bit more of a mix. So,
gotcha.
But we'll dig that up for an episode coming. I'm hoping to find the whole list because I want to see like what Big Seamus got and stuff like that. But no thanks to tvguidehelp.com or whatever. But
it's not easy to find the actual breakdown. Like you said, I just want a list of shows.
I got it last year. I don't know why it's not there this year. It seems like it should be the same thing. So
I think the technology would be better. It's a year later.
Maybe I'll go to my local library. CBS at 8. Puff the Magic Dragon in the Land of the Living Lies.
What?
Puff. Here, see if this helps clarify
things
for you.
2-hour movie.
This is a half hour. It's only a half hour. We got 3 things to get to in this block. Puff helps a little girl, caught in the confusion of her web of imagination, helps her learn the difference between harmless fantasy and damaging lies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A lot of lessons for a half hour.
Yeah. Well, if it's a kid's, why are you putting on at 8 o'clock at night?
Because at 8:30, it's Bugs Bunny in King Arthur's Court.
Oh, geez. They don't give a shit anymore at CBS, do they? They're just like, we have it. Let's just put it on.
And so Well, to your point, it's like these kids are watching at 8 o'clock. It must be a kid
Who's
friendly night,
Oh,
right?
it's going
Like
to lead into something kid friendly at 9, I bet.
9 o'clock, part one of a 2-part miniseries, Salem's Lot.
Oh my God. What is, they don't even know what time they don't even look at the calendar at CBS in 1979. They're
Yeah,
like, is
classic
it near Halloween?
mid-November
Meh.
ish. A novelist and a young horror fan attempt to save a small New England town that has been invaded by vampires. Starring
Oh, Lee Majors.
David Soul, Hutch himself,
Wow. Okay.
James Mason, and a young Mrs. Holly McLean, Bonnie Bedelia.
Ooh. Wow.
Spoiler, you can finish that one off next week because it's on next Saturday is the second part. So, so I was disappointed to find that out, but yeah.
Wait, it's 9 to 11?
Yeah.
And then there's another 2-hour
There's another
block?
one. Well, I don't know if it's 2 hours,
4.
but the second episode is next Saturday. So
How long is the movie? I wonder what the runtime on that sucker is. That's crazy.
this
It's a
one's
3.5 hour
so
movie.
I imagine it's 4 hours.
Oh God, I've never. Well, commercials and
Yeah,
stuff though. I'm saying like that you give up
well,
40
I mean,
on both.
right. But this is before The Shining, right? So this very well
Yeah.
may be Stephen King's first adaptation. So,
Might be.
he hadn't gotten the formula down yet, maybe. So,
Well, plus, and if it was released in the movie theater, I would assume like it's crazy.
but I don't know that it was. I think this is a
You
TV
don't.
project.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know that it
Okay.
is. It said
Like when they did
in
it on TV or
right. It says
yeah.
miniseries. So I
Okay. Yeah,
think
that's movie.
and
Yeah.
that's actually what made me look because I figured, oh, miniseries like 4 or 5 parts. It's
Right.
only 2, which is barely a miniseries.
Is that really a miniseries? Isn't that just one of 2?
It's not what I thought it was going to be. It's not like Centennial. We had 12. We were going to Denver every other week.
I'm still waiting for the next part. Like I know it's not over.
No.
Centennial.
Did I tell
64.
you? I had something somewhere. I came across Centennial, Colorado in the wild, like as a reference. Like I was laughing so hard.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm glad to know it's still there.
It's still
Or
there.
It's there. Yeah.
Or yeah. I don't know that it was related
Centennial.
to Winds of Death or whatever those episodes were.
I'd love to go there and be like, tell me all about the show. Can you show me where it was shot? And they're like, what are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking?
What
That
are you
sounds
talking
like.
about?
Oh no! So let's do the credits. I only wrote down this guy's first name.
What's that? Oh boy.
Christopher, whoever plays Rory Daniels. I must have skipped it. So it's Christopher something. So apologies, Rory Daniels.
Chris.
Oh my god! I just literally have Christopher as like he's a one name actor.
He's like a Prince Cher type of guy. You don't
so
know
we'll
Christopher? Yeah.
We'll call him Rory Daniels, and unfortunately can never rectify it because this is his only Love Boat appearance. He died at age 47, less than 10 years from now. And if you listen to his performance, you can probably guess of what?
Oh boy.
Lung cancer. That man had a gravelly voice. But on a lighter note,
yeah,
he played Hot Dog in the 1982 movie 1990 movie. The Bronx Warriors.
I mean, I want to write that one down. I don't know what that is, but that sounds like
well,
that could be
luckily
something.
It's all on YouTube if we want to get into it because
fantastic.
A post-apocalyptic New York City, a cop infiltrates the Bronx, which is filled with murderers and thieves to try and take down gangs. It's basically the Warriors. Like I watched about 2 minutes of it.
Different scoop on it, you know.
It's basically the Warriors, except there's cops. Like that's pretty much
fun.
It.
Do they have any like dress, with baseballs painted on their face in their?
No, it just seemed like a lot of 1982 punks. Like it didn't catch my. I didn't watch a lot of it. So
interesting.
Alex Cord is Mr. Barrett. This is his first of 2 boats. He will be back next season as the neglectful husband of Jessica Walter.
I got to tell you, seeing him in here, I don't know. Alex Cord just not. He's not a great actor, Mike. He's not a great actor. That's my note on him. Not a great actor.
But he was going for it. he
Oh,
was
he was going
going
for
for
it.
it.
He was just at one point his
So-
arm was shaking. He was going for it so much as he's talking. It was like, oh,
Now,
what
did you
else
know
did he?
him
Was he?
from anything?
No, I was just gonna
You're
ask.
going to, because this was a you show, not a me show.
Who?
He played Michael Colesmith Briggs III on
What?
Airwolf. Guy in a white suit with an eye patch.
Oh, he was like the leader of the thing. He's the guy that Jan Michael Vincent. Oh, he's the guy with the half glass.
Yeah.
Remember, he had like the one glass that
Hmm.
was dark and the one that was
I
light.
did not see a lot of Airwolf. I figured
Oh,
you
I
would have this
did.
guy pegged, but yeah, that's what it is.
That's totally him. I didn't see it. His hair was shorter. God, I hope his mustache was maintained a little better. But yeah, that's definitely him. Oh
Listen,
wow,
he was. Do you think they were trying to make him look like Bella Caroli?
a
Was
little
Bella
bit.
Caroli a thing in 1979?
Yeah, because remember, well, I
Was
don't
that Nadia?
know. He
Did
might have
he
still been
train
over
Nadia
there.
Comaneci? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm. He
Yeah.
did.
Um, Sydney Goldsmith plays Ginger. This is her only boat, and she has not been in many things. She was in the Cotton Club. I think she was an actual like singer because she's got some like soundtrack credits.
That voice she was
Uh,
doing was unexpected.
well, at first I thought she was going to end up being the lady from Police Academy with
Oh,
that voice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good call.
She also interesting was in two different uh, Stockard Channing projects,
Really?
which I thought was interesting.
That's
So
random.
I don't know if they were friends or whatever, but all right. So now we get some of the heavy hitters that we knew in real life. Thelma Hopkins is back
Big fan of Thelma
as
Hopkins.
Tracy. We love her, and I
Love
love that
Thelma.
she was used more
Yeah.
than her first episode. She was, of course, the love interest of Reggie Jackson.
She's so good. She's
Yeah.
so good. Oh, she's
She,
so natural.
I think I have it in here later, but she is like the best angry, agitated responder to something
Yep.
acting ever. It's always like, because I remember last episode it was like Reggie Jackson. It's just like she's so good, and I'm glad
She's
they
good,
gave her
and
a
it's
lot of
fun.
stuff to do.
And I think about what she went on to do. Like she's so familiar. She's been on so many shows, whether as a guest or as it's
Yeah.
just you. I feel like we
Yeah.
kind of grew up with her in all these different.
Well,
Like she was always the
well,
best
and
friend
it's
of somebody, or she was great.
right, and it's funny because I think sometimes we forget we're like sliding into the '80s here very quickly.
Yeah.
So these people, the TV people especially, are going to become a little more relevant for us. You know, just especially me
Yeah.
being a little bit younger, but it's like, Bosom Buddies is probably very close to being on the air. So
That's true. That's true.
she will be back two more times, season 6 and season 8. Interesting, season 8, which I think was the one we're very much afraid of. Season 8,
Yeah.
she is back in a couple with Jimmy Walker.
Oh, excellent.
I don't think they're the same people though.
I look forward to seeing that. That's good.
Speaking of people we knew growing up, Nancy McKeon plays Penny Barrett.
Yeah.
A little surprising. This is her only boat.
I wonder if she. That is interesting.
I just
I wonder
figured
what the gap is, right, from this to Facts of Life. Like, I don't know if that was her first.
Interesting you say that.
Yeah.
So this, like we said, was November of '79. Facts of Life is on the air, but Joe did not join the cast till season 2. So she actually is not on Facts of Life yet. She's got a few TV appearances. She actually was on Alice, I think, with her brother. But this was pre Facts of Life. She joined in season 2 and was on 188 episodes.
Wow. I know she was big in the Lifetime movie.
Yeah, she was like,
genre.
if the Christmas movie thing had been a thing 10 years earlier, she would have been one of those people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was always a fan.
I thought she was good. I thought she played like a good no-nonsense cop in those Lifetime movies. It's always... She was good. She was good growing up, and I think she went on to... I'm sure she went on to... You never hear anything. You never heard anything about her. Like,
well, and I feel like
movie-wise, it was just always TV.
Yeah, it was. But I think she kind of knew her spot, and also I feel like this might not be right, but I feel like maybe she was like a little bit behind the scenes on her stuff too, which probably like is lucrative. Like she may have been the one making that stuff too.
Hey,
but,
I don't know, but
Um,
her gymnastics ability. You didn't say anything about that because she was really that. She was. Was is it
not
called beaming?
since
She was
not
beaming.
since Melissa Gilbert got on the deck,
That's true.
got on her board, right? So, um,
Is the body
do
double listed?
you
I mean, just is it just they're
who
not
do you
even going to acknowledge it?
think the next Facts of Lifer will be? This is our first Facts of Life person.
Hmm. Mindy Cohn
How
is
dare
next.
you? Um, I know. Here's the funny thing: is the only one I know for sure is on is Blair because there's like a season 8 one that always pops up in YouTube searches when I'm looking
Oh,
for things.
nice,
I don't know why.
nice.
So, but JJ Walker, as we
Oh
said,
man,
back for his third of 5 boats.
wow.
As I said, he'll be back in season 8 with Tom Hopkins. He's also on a 2-parter next season. This is the first time this occurred to me this morning. This is his first time his character has had a ticket. so, so,
That's funny. Oh yeah, because ghosts don't
so,
need no ticket. Shoot.
and then he never actually was on the boat technically the first time.
That's
So,
right. That's right. He just raced the boat.
um, and then is it Demond? It's
Mm-hmm.
not Desmond, right? It's Demond. Demond Wilson,
Demond. Mm-hmm.
as Bart. As I said, amazing. First of 2 boats. We got a few things on this because we just aren't going to have a lot of opportunities
No.
to get into it. It's a very interesting story. So he'll be back next season as Isaac's uncle.
Oh, good.
And let me tell
Uncle, how
you,
does that work out?
listen. Well, that's why I thought too. The age is weird,
Yeah.
but I guess uncles can be
Eh,
of ages or whatever.
younger sister or
Um,
whatever.
well, don't forget, Isaac's had an older father. Remember, he mentioned that on Mother's
Oh,
Day
that's
last
right.
year. So,
That's right.
but there's a very interesting storyline around that based on what I read. But we'll save that for next season.
Nice.
Um, So he obviously played Lamont Sanford on Sanford and Son. Interesting. So Red Fox leaves Sanford and Son after 6 seasons to get his own variety show.
So weird.
But they're going to keep the show going, and Damon
Right.
Wilson's going to stay and be the lead. But then the
I
negotiations
remember that.
break down, and he leaves.
He just had
And
this
so
big
they,
fat white dude that was running the
uh-huh,
junkyard. I remember
right.
that. Yeah.
So then it's Sanford Arms, and Sanford Arms gets canceled pretty quickly, but not as quickly as Red Fox's variety show. So by the end of that season, they're all out of work. So,
Oh man.
which sucks.
What a
He,
weird ending to that. They
yeah,
must have threw some crazy money at Red Fox for him to leave that,
but if
or
you're,
the network was being cheap by not giving him more money for Sanford and Son. One
well,
of the
there's
two.
that, and you figure variety show probably lends itself more to his skill set
I
in a
mean, he's a
way,
stand-up
right? Yeah. So,
MC sort of thing.
I mean, we've talked about it when we first started, especially like this segment was always littered with variety shows. We haven't really
Yeah.
had a variety show in a while. They might be
No.
dying, but
Well, the last one we
um,
sort of talked about was that one by the Fifth Dimension. Remember, it was that Marilyn McCoo and that other
yep,
gentleman had the.
yeah, and we had the Osmonds.
Yep.
Yeah, so but I
Which
mean that first
was,
season we had
well, the
the
Brady's. We talked about
Brady's.
them, right?
There was that weird one with like Mel Tillis or
Yeah.
something. Like it was
Like the pre
so
hee haw, whatever it was.
yeah. Um, interesting. I did not know this. He was also in the new Odd Couple for one season, 18 episodes. Who do you think? So he played Oscar. Who do you think played Felix?
Oh, Robert Townsend.
No, from Barney Miller, Ron Glass.
Oh, I could
I can see
literally
that.
see Townsend doing it with like the
I
suit, like the whole.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if the age
Townsend might
would
have
have
been too
worked out.
young. Townsend might
Yeah,
have been
that's
too
what I
young
was.
back then. Yeah.
But I think he would have fit that type.
Speaking of young
Yeah.
and an egregious Kernsing this week for Stephen Manley, who played our buddy
Yeah.
Kevin.
No kidding. How
They
does that get
really nail the
occurred?
kids. They really screw the kids. Like,
I don't
but
know
he
why he left
has.
it out.
I I would bet. I mean, he sure as hell had more words than Ginger.
He had, but he
He
was like a character. Like he
he
was.
was
I don't understand
huge.
why they left him out.
Yeah,
And he
unnecessary.
was
And it
one of the
wasn't like it was a
main.
big cast.
No, and he was a main player in that storyline. There were 3 people
Yeah,
involved in that one story, and they
yeah.
just
I don't
And
get
I'm
it.
looking too. He wasn't on a lot of stuff, dude. Like,
No, this was his only boat. The only thing that he was in that I even have knowledge of was he played the 17-year-old Spock in Star Trek 3 Search for Spock,
oh wow,
which maybe was like a
bravo.
minute.
I don't know how you.
Yeah,
Good
I don't even
lord.
know. I was looking through his IMDb, and there's a lot of titles of stuff that he's been in the last 20 years that sound like things, but they're not. It's like Starship Excalibur and things like that. It sounds
Nothing.
like a lot of straight to videos.
Yeah, that's
So
no good.
I thought he was really good for what that was.
I thought he was really. I thought he was really. I thought he was too good to be Kearns. Is really what
Absolutely.
I thought. Way too good to be Kearns.
But
Would you
I will,
say?
God,
Could he go from a Kearnsing to a Stubby?
absolutely.
Right? Has
I
that
mean,
ever been done before?
at least a nomination.
Have we had a
Um,
Kearnsing that
the,
ends up getting nominated? The boy that could cry.
well, you nominated him,
Yeah.
and the guys who had the matchstick boat,
Oh yeah,
they
yeah,
got
yeah,
nominated.
yeah.
So, but yeah, but
Yeah, but they introduced him at the end. Remember, they
that's
had their.
true.
They
That is
had
true.
like
So, yeah, we're not even sure
history
that's a
could be
Kernsing.
made. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
what to call that.
tune in May to find out. So, I mean, kids have been pretty slim pickings this year, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
I
it's
agree.
not a season of the youngs yet. So,
No, no, it is season of the old.
and I have another season of nomination to offer later on.
Okay,
Not as much as season of the olds because there are no olds in this one, but
there's one old.
who
Sid Gould.
he doesn't count.
Sid the
So,
waiter.
I mean, Sid's gonna win best crew member, so like,
He's
he's running away.
he's running
So
away. He's just full of
have we
index cards with
had?
one-liners. He's great.
I feel like we've now that we're at 10 episodes of the season, I feel like I need to start going back and kind of recapping what we've done already. But it's like, have
Yeah.
we even had a second part-time crew member yet? It's been a while since we've had like a guest star be a crew member, but
Only on one. Yeah, like we had that chef that came in. Remember Chef Borga, but that wasn't.
that's not this
That's a
season
little
though.
different. No, I'm saying right, but this.
No,
season,
I'm saying this season.
Oh, this season.
Right. That category is very thin right now.
Well, Vicky.
That doesn't count. She's on the show
different.
now.
Yeah, so I
don't. Couple quick writing notes.
Yeah.
Howard Merrill wrote the letter to Baby Cakes. It's the only time he ever wrote a Love Boat episode, and I think I wasn't surprised that was like a different writer just because it had a different vibe to it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a prolific child performer who appeared in 58 silent movies and nearly 500 radio episodes before he was 14 years old.
Jesus.
About that. But that was written, that storyline was written by a 63-year-old. So
it did. I could like that storyline would fit into like any kind of sitcom. You know what I mean? It didn't have
any
the
kind
Love
of
Boat feel, but it was
sitcom.
good. Yeah.
Could have been like an old radio comedy. Like it had,
was
yeah,
great.
it was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This could have been a spoken word.
Yep.
Like a skit or something. Yeah. I thought it was good.
And then Brotherhood of the Sea, which again, not great.
Mike,
but
that was just so.
All right. Well, before you kill him,
No,
let me get it in.
Right.
Written by Jay Grossman, born in Northeast Philadelphia, attended Northeast Philly, then went to Temple, graduating in communications. So this guy had a lot of my life path before moving on to Hollywood.
Wonder if he went to that diner. What's the diner? That good diner up there that you sent us to and said this is the diner you go to.
Oh, the dining car. The dining car, yeah.
Legit.
This is the second of 4 Love Boats that he has written. He'll be back again in season 4 and season 8. Mike, he wrote one of the 3 storylines in the first episode we ever watched.
One of the really?
You can thank Jay Grossman for bringing us Kitten Magazine because he wrote the centerfold. Oh. This was not as good as the centerfold.
Bravo. That was a great one. Oh, that was a great episode. Well written, too. I remember us saying back then, like, it was just, it worked. Like,
oh, my God,
written, it was
made sense.
Yeah, it was good.
So yeah, it's just we don't hit the writers too often, but I had a feeling that at least one of those episodes was written by someone who was not a usual. So anything before we get on the boat?
No, no. I just wanted to add about the Mr. Sid Gould, but I think we covered it.
No, we got Sid. Don't worry, we got
We
him.
got Sid. Don't worry about that.
So Sid has taken. Anderson walked so Sid Gould could run. So
Anderson fell. Whoever fell down the stairs.
oh, Vince fell so Anderson
Vince
could
fell
walk.
so Anderson could walk, so Sid
Sid
could serve
could
banana splits. Yep.
All right, we begin this show with parenting.
Gotta love it.
Stubing is asking Vicky if she's finished her homework, wrapped Julie's birthday gift, and sent those memos to the chef. What are those? What are those? You think? So,
Like more ketchup. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I don't know what else it could. Yeah, I don't.
Don't forget the donuts.
Don't forget the 3 p.m. donut. Captain Merrill, you shouldn't eat. You know, it's going to be one of those. I guarantee you there's an episode coming up where she tries to get him to eat healthier. I can feel it just now. Like, oh, Captain Merrill, like intercepting his treats.
Oh, good point. He opens up the tray and it's like broccoli or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming.
We had said this because last week being the two-parter kind of took that out of a normalcy, right? We knew they were going to have to start addressing some of this stuff. It was very vague, but she obviously does have homework. I don't know. I don't really know. I guess if we're going with this, they sail Friday to Monday. I guess in theory they could make it work, but I need a little bit more detail on her schooling. So
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Vicky did all the things that Stubing asked, so she's already the best employee on the boat. But she also accidentally tells Meryl that she has a pet frog. On my ship?
Where would she get a pet frog?
Acapulco.
Oh, is that like a big souvenir thing? Like come to Acapulco, leave with a
Maybe
live frog? Is that how that works?
maybe where's Senior Frogs? Isn't that on the trip?
Oh, good call. Maybe that's where it came from.
There you go.
Maybe Vicky started that place. She is the
Do
owner
we
and CEO of Senior Frogs. I don't know.
do we have other frogs in the gift shop? I mean, possibly.
Live for I mean, I
Just saying, we
guess
haven't had.
maybe there was just one.
It's gonna be awkward when we have frog leg night, though. We have who's the bad guy in the Muppet movie?
Oh,
TL Hopper.
Yeah, DL Hopper's gonna be on. Oh, that's funny. Or he just eats one of the legs, so that he's just got like a crutch, like a Revolutionary War veteran.
As Stubing leaves, we see a man in a beautiful white suit enter the frame.
No
This is the only crew member that appears at all with that storyline. So that almost felt like they were like, let me just make sure we get this in. Clearly, those guys had other things to do. So
yeah, well, the other storyline is so complex. We don't want to cross paths.
That real Game of Thrones.
Jeez.
Jimmy Walker then shows up, and we kind of figure out that he is working for the man in the white suit, a man named Bart, and he's pretty pissed. Bart is about having to wait 6 minutes for Wally to arrive. This is where we find out that Wally was helping Tracy get her things together, and actually she left her camera in the car, so Wally gets sent out to go get it because Bart's got his eyes on the prizes already. So they're very quick to let us know what we're dealing with here.
This guy, speaking of frogs, this guy's got one eye this way, and then just this wandering eye going this way, just always searching.
He sends Wally out to get the girl that he brought with him. He's already halfway up the steps. Then Tracy shows up. He runs down the steps, and this is where I was like, "Oh, we're in for an acting clinic."
Yeah,
because
he's laying it on.
He goes from yelling at Wally like he's on the street, basically, and then it's like, "Oh, hello, Tracy. I was just about to ask the captain to hold the ship for you." So fantastic. But yeah, basically he tells Wally to be sure to grab him in case there's any last minute deals or changes to business deals. But he means business, not business.
No, he means business. That's what he means. Like he's got his own thing going.
So I hope you're ready for a lot of information about the Fratelli deal,
But
because that is
I thought
code.
that deal was already closed, Mike.
No, baby. So,
Well, let me ask you, what line of work is Bart in?
that's so funny. I had the same question. So shady business,
With
right?
that shirt, button that low? Yeah, what line of business does that? It's
But
not
he's
banking.
clearly successful. He's got somebody working for
Maybe.
him.
Or he's slinging BS like I don't know what he
I
does.
think he's slinging BS, but I think he's successful. So, what is a shady business in the late 70s?
Waste disposal?
There you go.
I don't know. I think he's doing something illegal. That's what I think. Because he's too smooth. Like, you don't meet a plumber that smooth. No, girl, I was
He,
just going to tell the captain to hold the
well,
ship, girl. Don't even worry
plumbers
about
wouldn't
it.
have a personal assistant either.
Oh, yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true. Or a man. He's who's okay, who's a better manservant? Colonel Clink or Jimmy Walker?
I mean, Wally did everything he was told,
He did.
like ultimately. So, I would say Wally's better.
Let's see. And plus, I think Wally looks better at being like overburdened with luggage
Yeah.
because he's so skinny. Like it looks
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah.
going to fall at any moment. Yeah, Colonel Clink didn't have that.
And Wally never even quit, ever. He never even quit at the
No,
end
no.
or got fired. He didn't do either. They just
Wally's
left him
got
hanging.
nowhere to
So,
go. He's got no.
yeah.
Real estate? Damon Wilson?
Shady real estate. Well, those
The
Fratellis, I don't
nightclub
know. I
industry?
feel like those Fratellis are up to no good too.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
broad.
just,
Well, they're looking
yeah.
for lost treasure.
I mean, it kind of sounds like the end of New Jack City, honestly. So I'm not quite sure. So,
Well, in that case, Jimmy Walker would be naked because remember in New Jack City, they'd have him packing the bags naked so they didn't steal. Hey, Wally, why are you naked? Well, Bart doesn't want me to steal from him. All right. Okay, it is like New
not
Jack City.
business. It's not business. It's only personal.
That's right.
I want to taste so bad I can taste it. Can we just do New Jack City?
Oh,
So
Chris
please.
rocks. Pookie shows up.
Oh, such a good movie. Julie and Gopher are checking in the Barretts, father and daughter team here, and we find out that this is Penny's first cruise, and she's pretty excited about it. Asks if they have a disco, but Dad's more interested in the pretty well equipped exercise
Yeah.
room. So,
What
which
sort of gymnastics equipment do you have in the exercise room? Ugh.
and we've seen the Trade Winds Spa or wherever the hell that thing's Sea Winds Spa. It's got a
It could be anything in
gymnastic
there.
equipment in there. So.
And juices. They're pouring the tallest glasses of orange juice in the Pacific. Juice glasses be damned. You see these these giant glasses of juice that they're just pouring. Like, what is going on?
But yet, when she practices twice, she only practices in there once, right? The
Yeah,
first
what
time's
else
out by the
is
pool.
maybe she's doing like
Dallas Cowboy practice.
Stubing's nephew.
Oh,
5 a.m.
Courtney.
She's out there flopping around on deck by the pool.
So it turns out Penny is a hopeful gymnastic superstar. Pretty good one, apparently. She's going to be in the regionals.
We can get a ribbon for that.
You can. That's it.
That's
And
it.
according to Mr. Barrett, who by the way never gets a first name, so Mr. Barrett, she'll make Nadia Comaneci look like Grandma Walton, which
That doesn't make any what?
well, shots fired on old
Communism?
Boothington, Grandpa Walton, our old friend, former Stummy nominee.
Just
So,
throw her under the bus. Ugh.
no pressure there
No.
on Penny, I guess. This is all taking too long for a little boy, not even a little boy, like a young teen who is in line waiting around. He said he's been waiting 10 minutes for a porter, and if his luggage gets ripped off, he'll have your hide.
This kid's not playing.
No.
I thought maybe it's like a short adult. Like maybe it was like a Emmanuel Lewis, but he's way taller somehow. Like something like that. I'm a grown man. I thought they were going to go that route, but no.
This kid basically plays two versions, but he plays the best snot ass kid that you'll see. I don't understand why he wasn't bigger. Like he was really good.
I thought he was really good as well. And
Yeah.
it wasn't just the scenes with McKeon. Like he had the ability to give it to the dad. Although I think Mr. Barrett would have smacked him in the face if he had talked to him like that.
Save it,
All right.
because
All
I
right.
have thoughts. So, So Kevin's just like, I just need to know where my room is
Yeah.
so I can
Pronto.
go. Julie's like, a stickler for first come, first serve, so he's going to have to wait. Mr. Barrett asks the kid where his parents are. Kevin's like, I am traveling stag.
Yeah. Mind your own beeswax mustache. Yeah.
So that's what happens there. Mr. Barrett's, Kevin's mom is in Paris. And Kevin's dad is in the Bahamas. So they will not be around.
Again,
Uh,
strong scene for a Kernsing, like
oh,
first
yeah,
appearance on the thing. Very
absolutely.
strong. Yeah.
Absolutely. So Penny is nicknamed Tiger by her dad, but Kevin overhears this, and man, you just don't want to let Kevin have any weak spots on you.
No.
Tiger, bet you're really just a pussycat. Bang.
Boom. Roasted.
Yep. And then after Mr. Barrett leaves, cute chick. Shame her dad's such a drag. Like so.
Like he's 28 all of a sudden.
I have so many Kevin
what's with
quotes
the
in here.
rinse?
Yeah.
What?
Ring a ding ding. Gopher then asks if they have any cabins that lock from the outside, which was pretty funny.
Wasn't that what happened to Radar?
Stubing, okay.
Pretty much. Well, put him in a cabin with a male German
that
Shepherd that's
wasn't.
about to have puppies. You know,
I was gonna say that wasn't locked; it was
no,
dog locked.
I mean it was dog locked, but put him in a room with the thing again. You know, let's have a miracle twice.
Stubing sachets down the steps, catches up to Isaac and Doc, and mentions birthday. Isaac's like, "We still are paying off your birthday gift," which is so
you're not
accurate.
You know
I'm sure.
how much that free watch was? Come on,
that wasn't even a birthday. He had
no,
that's something else. That
was an anniversary.
Yeah. Stubing tells them that Julie's birthday is coming up here tomorrow, and that he wants to have a surprise party. A lot of great notice by Stubing here to tell the guys. And I can already hear you say they're at work because they are.
They are.
Yeah.
It's just he's so stupid, and I'm not gonna spoiler alert why, but he's so stupid.
He's very stupid.
Dumb this episode.
So Gopher seems a little confused.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like he
Isaac
doesn't.
does too, because remember they're like already.
Yeah. So, but I'm sure Stubing, the captain of the boat, would be good at dates and figures and stuff like that.
I hope number one, he can't count to what?
6.
Right, and I'm saying if his charts are as accurate as his birthday calendar, we're in trouble, Mike. That's what that totem pole's all about. That's where the world ends.
Yeah.
What?
Latitude and longitude and birthdays are the hardest.
And prime numbers, apparently. Poor guy.
So the guys are starting to kind of discuss what they can do for this birthday plan that they have to come up with on a day's notice. Julie kind of swings over just to see what everybody's up to, and this is where the plot basically jumps in. So they are very much caught off guard by Julie, and they immediately say that they're having a meeting. It's a meeting with just men, and it's about the Brotherhood of the Sea.
I feel like in the 70s, you didn't even have to come up with anything. You could just be like, hey, men are talking.
Yeah.
Like, why did they have to come up with an association? Like, I feel like with the chauvinist world that it was in 79, they could have been like, hey, beat it. We're talking about politics, sports, and or religion. Men talk.
Like, but Mike, the Brotherhood of the Sea is a fraternal society that talks about things like power tools, and they sweat a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Why would you want to? Yeah, you don't. Yeah, exactly.
So as all this subterfuge takes place, in comes a gravelly voiced gentleman named Rory Daniels. You may know him better as the travel agent's travel agent.
That's an odd moniker. Wouldn't they just book
their
own
that was
travel?
Always a thing.
Well,
I guess he booked his own travel here. Yeah.
I'm a travel agent, but contractually I cannot book my own travel, so I have to go to Rory Daniel. What?
Is it like you can't operate on yourself?
Well, that's what I was thinking. If you're
So-
sick, and if you're a doctor and you're sick, can you prescribe your own medicine? Probably. Like, what
well,
doctor
no.
goes to another doctor? I need to be
Dr.
seen
Art,
today.
Dr. Archer.
Dr. Eyes.
Rory has decided to finally take in some of that Mexican moonlight for himself. And Doc assures him that it's meant to be shared. Maybe with a perky blonde, which is Julie, I guess.
Yeah, Doc's like, don't
Um,
forget it's the love boat. It's not just the Mexican air, it's love.
so, what do you think going into this cruise the backstory is with Julie and Rory?
Oh, she probably hooked up with him
Okay, she
several
does love
times,
those.
and
She does love those travel
she
agents.
loves travel agents. She was in a field. Oh, it was or it was one mistaken hookup that didn't go all the way. I bet you it was more like that. Because if it was anything else, she wouldn't have cared about that stupid boys club. You know how man crazy she gets in this. She
Well,
was not
this
man
felt
crazy over Rory Daniels.
no. This felt much more like Rory was the pursuer.
Oh yeah, and I don't
You
think
know,
Julie likes to be pursued.
I think you're
You
right.
know.
We haven't seen it a lot, but it's not
Mm-mm.
a
Well,
what the
Ralph
kid
Malph. Remember the
and
pursuit of Ralph Malph, and
and the
well, I
kid.
mean the
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. So you're right.
Yeah, I don't think she likes the. I
Julie
think she
likes to
likes
make
the
the call.
chase.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
Well, and it's easy for her because she likes older people, and they're probably easier to chase. Well,
Julie
he's
tells
he's not going to get far. I got him.
Julie tells Rory that they can get together later, but she's got to go check something out because she is kind of already in on this Brotherhood of the Sea, more the
Ugh,
sexism part than anything, I guess. And this is where this thing dies a slow
it's
death.
it's
So,
just, and that wraps up that story right there, essentially. Yeah.
yeah. So Julie says, "What would Gloria Steinem do?" Just to make sure everybody understands what we're doing here. Um, Last season, we saw Julie get scared to death by Loretta Swit in a feminism conversation, and
That's right.
now I have to believe that she is,
She's not. There's no way.
yeah, she's Norma Ray, like,
She
so
because I feel like about like I don't think she's comfortable like standing on her own stilts in a sense.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I feel like she for whatever reason, maybe it's because her parents are divorced now, like she
they're
craves
not
that.
divorced, right? They stuck together.
Did that? Well, that's probably what they
Wow.
told her, so she wouldn't jump off the side of the ship. Because she'd still be running in this episode.
No.
They're like, yeah, yeah, you know what, Norm? He's like, I'm gonna put so much effort into this relationship, which we know is a lie because he doesn't have any effort.
I thought it was funny that when Julie runs over to check, Gopher and Isaac and Doc are all going up in an elevator, but people are still boarding the ship, so they're just leaving. Like, what's going on?
It's like that Titanic thing where like that character's like pushing women and children out of the way to get onto the lifeboat. Unless it's
All
a
right,
condemned elevator. I don't know why you would excuse me,
like
one side. What like let people get to their rooms. You don't
right,
see
or
that at a
help
hotel. There's
them get
usually
to
like
their
a
rooms.
well, there's usually like a separate elevator for them to bring your bags up. They're not gonna we're gonna clog up all the elevators. How many elevators are on this boat? One? It's 79. It's not a boat full of elevators.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of steps.
A lot of steps.
Um, we get the horn, and then we get Bart and Tracy checking into their cabin, and a foxy lady walks by and
Foxy
catches
lady.
old Bart's eye. This foxy lady is going to end up being Ginger. I wrote foxy lady a lot, waiting for them to say her name, but they didn't say her name for a while.
It was a
So
long time.
yeah. Um,
I like that you decided to call her Foxy Lady. Nice.
well, I
At
was just
79.
I tried to respect until we get the name, but if it goes past two scenes,
Yeah,
you're not.
yeah.
I
We're waiting
gotta.
for the introduction, but
Yeah,
eventually you just got to introduce yourself. Yeah.
exactly. So Bart says that he's gonna go take a walk on the deck. Tracy's like, I'll come with you. Bart's like, no, never mind.
Yeah, I'm good.
And luckily for him, Wally's knocking on the door with the dinner reservations. And this is where Bart is like, oh, right, the Fratelli deal. So,
Here we go again. Yeah.
yeah. And this is basically all that happens. So,
How
Wally,
much how much time is he trying to buy here? That's the thing I was on my rewatch I was like, how much time is he asking while, you know what I mean? It isn't said, but like what are you trying to accomplish and how much time do you need to do it? You're just going to go smooch some other lady? Like, do you have a timer? Like, how, or you're just like, I do what I want. I go where the wind goes. I don't
Think he
know.
has the I think he's got the watch that the twins had, so he's got 20 minutes. He has to go back to his cabin. I
Hmm,
don't understand why he brought Tracy on the boat.
me neither.
So it seems to be the big flaw in his plan. But yeah, it is. He's work harder, not smarter, or vice versa. Like he does seems like he's not really doing
Yeah.
this the best way.
No, no.
In the hallway, Bart's like, "Why are you trying to ruin my vacation?" Um, and Wally's like, "What? You have all these women already. What are you talking about? You got Anita, you got Tracy, you got the one who calls you baby cakes." Um, but as Bart says, there's another nice lady walking around this ship in a deep funk, and she needs
Hmm.
someone there to help oil her skates.
Wow. Well, that's a term
Yeah.
we don't hear anymore in the
No.
2025 about oiling skate. I will say I did notice something about Jimmy Walker or Wally's manservant skills. So upon the second watch, Demond at this point before he leaves the room has got now he just has a black shirt on, the white pants, the jacket is off, the navel's almost exposed. When they go to the next room and he leaves for the Fratelli call, Wally helps to put his coat on and then pulls his collar out of the coat just to make sure he pops his collar for him. And I was like, that
That's
I like the
service.
detail there. Yeah.
Yep, that's service right there.
Yeah, I bet they
Anybody
don't
can
want.
put your jacket on.
Not everyone's gonna
So,
pop your collar for you.
nope. All right. Penny is practicing her gymnastic routine, but her
Is she?
dad is not happy with all these careless mistakes.
How many daughters does he have? Because I count two in this gym. I don't know if if you're using the same system I am. You have
You
the
think the
girl doing
girl
the
with her back?
gymnastics, the girl doing the gymnastics, and the one that falls over when she leans back. I can't be the same person. This one girl's doing backflips, and then the other one leans back a little bit. Whoa! I'm like, if you think you're gonna get a ribbon for that nonsense, jeez.
So so correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The first time she's practicing, this is when Kevin shows up with his like banana split.
No,
Like,
no, no. This is the giant thing of orange juice. We haven't gotten to the banana split yet.
oh,
He's
okay.
in the
So
gym
these
watching.
both took place in the gym. Okay, that's what
Yes.
threw me off. I thought he was having dessert, but that makes more sense. Okay, so he's in the sea air
Yeah.
spa or whatever this
He's
is.
at the
So
juice bar or whatever it is.
yeah. Um. So yeah, the big thing seems to be that she's not really concentrating. You got to concentrate, Tiger. Um. Just, but he also gives amazing advice here. Just remember, anyone can be a loser, but if you act like a winner, think like a winner, then you'll be a winner.
Wait,
So-
wait. But what he should have said is, if you think like a winner, then you can win a bronze medal just like your dear old dad. Like
oh yeah,
shoot for the third highest
third,
ceiling.
second loser. Uh, so he's dad's out here. He's gonna go check on dinner reservations or something like that. Kevin pops over, and this is where he kind of finds out what's the story, right? What do you win? Ribbon. The thought of being the best. Like Kevin's not impressed by these trivial things.
Fucking crap.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
Kevin. I like a tall glass of orange juice and no bullshit. That's what I want.
not parents either because they're my
Nope.
drag.
They're drag.
Um, Kevin. But that said, you know what Kevin does like is he likes Penny. But when he asks her about meeting up after practice, she's like, "Well, I gotta practice, so no dice." And Kevin's like, "I ain't got time for this nonsense." All right. This happens a lot now. The boys are meeting to figure out what to do with the surprise party. Like, I understand text messages don't exist, but this should not be this hard. Just plan a spontaneous surprise
Why
party
don't you
for someone
meet
who's on the
somewhere where
boat.
she's not going to walk up as
Like the
soon as you
men's
meet? You guys
room.
are so dumb. Like
So just
but if they did that, we couldn't do this three more times, so
exactly. Yeah. So Julie comes in hot with her strike a bowl for all womankind and all that stuff, and saying that she's going to be part of this. She's not taking no for an answer, blah, blah, blah. So the guys quickly realize that this actually plays in perfectly. They'll be able to kind of send her off on nonsense. So they'll have all this time to plan this intricate surprise party that they're planning. If text
in less
messaging
than
existed, this would have been over in 4 minutes.
in less than a day. Like,
Right.
how intricate of a plan can you're serving customers, and you're
Yeah.
going to carve out time and decorations to say happy. Wouldn't you do that when you're not at work or not like on the boat? It
Well,
doesn't make any sense.
to be fair, the only way that you would have had to think of it last minute is if you didn't know that it was her birthday and you got the birthdays confused. But what are the odds of that?
He just loves a rumor. He heard a rumor. Oh, I love rumors.
Gossip. Let's gossip. He's got an old calendar. It's like the old travel age or the old. It's the
It's so
sock hop.
smudged.
It's the sock hop lady's birthday
Oh God.
tomorrow.
It's all smudged. You can't read it. Someone who has a crush on me's birthday is today. Pick one. Yeah.
Long story short, and again, a lot of this episode doesn't have a lot of intricate details that we need to get to. So the guys are like, you can join, of course, but you have to pass all these initiation rituals, which they're going to use to kind of get her out of their hair. Julie says she'll.
Not the first time she's heard initiation rituals to join something. Yeah, yeah. Oof.
So Julie says she'll do anything they had to do. Isaac says, I had to grow this mustache. Zing. And then we get a pretty protracted Lawrence Hughes just biting her finger with her eyes wide as we go to commercial. So I don't. Okay, so let's just do it here. So
Yeah.
with Vicky on, they obviously are pushing Julie away from the sweet, innocent young person that we liked in the first season, right?
No, she's naive and falls
they're pushing
for
that.
anything. Yeah,
they're pushing that away,
which I'm not super happy about, to be honest.
I don't love it, but I get it. Okay, but they're trying now to like have her be a little more brassy and a little more women's lib and a little more edgy and stuff like that.
Forced though, man. It's not even.
Why not have a third female character that is older, newer, and can just be a little bit more of a sass, like a Flo, right, or something like that.
Yeah, instead of a Vicky.
And then have Julie kind of float in the middle, because now
you have both extremes, and then you have this comedy, like a female gopher kind of thing,
kind of, or whatever. But it's just like, or it's like, it's I don't know enough boat positions, but like have somebody who pops up and kind of is like Steubing's foil, right? Like in terms of being a hard ass or something. I don't know. Just like,
well, let it be Doc's nurse. Have a full-time nurse. Like you can have that in there where you're not going to have the weird sex chemistry with Doc, because she's too sassy for that. And then imagine if you had a sassy role and you get a serious storyline. She falls in love. You know how effective that is, and you change. I agree. I think they should have added a middle character as well.
Because here's the thing. The acting, Lawrence Hughes is perfectly fine in this.
Yeah.
It is fine. It's just not, I think, unfortunately, I think we're now going to get her in the Steubing spot of wild character swings until they really land on something. And I don't think this correlates to all the Jack Chanot stuff that we've been talking about.
I agree. I completely
This kind of
agree.
felt a little scattered. So,
well, I think it was just like insert character here.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I mean, obviously it was made for her, but it has nothing to do with her. The storyline that we know her from up to this point, like joining a club it was just kind of dumb. You know, let's just be honest. The story was just kind of stupid.
No.
And then it was pointless anyway.
And that's the thing too. I feel like the one thing with Julie, you know, the crazy men stuff aside, was she was very smart. Like she always was very smart and sharp and stuff like that. Yeah, and I feel like they've kind of dumbed her down a little bit too.
You're making it seem like she doesn't have any common sense.
The only thing that really saves this is what happens at the end, because you would think anyone with half a brain would have sniffed out the surprise party at some point.
I think even if it was her birthday, I hope she said that. Bunch of dummies.
We start Act 2, and Tracy is doing the unpacking. I guess there's no Porter. Where's Bob Crane or Fish this week?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Well, I don't know if they have that level, because we've only seen
Bart's
a few people
rich.
with the. Maybe he's full of it.
Hold on, we've only seen a few people have the Porters, but one of them was Robert Hayes. They didn't have any job.
Yeah.
Wasn't he like walking around with his Kodak? Like,
Yeah, he was. He was. Yeah, and I
so
mean the room looked like a regular room. It wasn't that, the suite with the cardboard bed in the background.
yeah, it
This
was a
is
pretty
this
small room.
so the
Yeah,
room wasn't that big. So who knows?
no. Um, while she's unpacking, she finds a letter in Bart's coat, and boy, it's a ribbled one. My darling baby cakes, what a weekend! At last, I've been to the mountaintop. Tracy's not pleased, and this is where you get classic Thelma Hopkins, just like baby cakes.
Yeah,
So
baby
it's
cakes.
so.
She's great.
Uh, Meanwhile, Bart is making his moves on Ginger. Tracy shows up and starts to give him the business about the business letter. Passionately yours, Choo Choo. She finishes it. So,
Oh.
but Bart's pretty smooth. He's no dummy, right? So he
Well, if you have a nickname
immediately,
named Choo Choo, you've got to be pretty smooth to get away with that.
yeah. So Bart quickly transitions to the point that that's actually Wally's letter. Wally is baby cakes, and he was just looking for some advice on how to let a lady down easy.
But Wally's
And
not good at selling on the spot either. Huh?
no, he's not. Tracy luckily wants to believe what she wants to believe because Wally
Yeah.
Wally will eventually get there, but you need like 15 seconds to catch him up before.
Right. You just got to like pass him a note, like let him know. Not a master of improv. Wally is not.
Yeah.
That was double negative, but yeah.
So Tracy accepts this as truth and goes off with Bart. Ginger overheard the whole conversation and she's intrigued because that letter made it sound like Baby Cakes / Wally is quite the lover.
But Ginger's trying to go to the top of the mountain. Shoot.
Exactly.
Let's go.
I mean, come on. So she does a very labored metaphor about applying for a position and all this kind of stuff, but she's hot to trot based solely on that letter. Yeah,
it's sex talk.
It's sex talk written by a 63-year-old man.
Oh, Damon Wilson talks sex. Yeah, it's just oof.
All right, it's dinner time. It's a pretty crappy captain's table.
It's all crew.
It's all crew.
What the hell is that?
It's all crew.
Damon's not even at the captain's table. Like they normally would show him. Why not have them with the two ladies? Like, nope, not this time. Well, because there's no interaction between Damon Wilson and anybody from the crew.
Right, but you couldn't get Rory out there at least. Like he's there. Like so.
Or Kevin couldn't have been at the table.
It's
Why
just
don't you dine with me since your parents aren't? Something that you could have done a lot with this table.
I almost feel like if you can't do it, if you can't mix two of your storylines, even if it's just one person means you shouldn't have a captain's table. 100%, and I understand the limitations of not being able to have everybody shooting at the same time, right?
But it's such an easy way to build like
cohesion,
or
just something like that would have been interesting, right?
Look, even Radar ate dirty water that looked like soup, and just to place them at a location.
You're telling me
the same thing?
You're telling me you wouldn't want to see like 30 seconds of Kevin talking to Bart? Holy cow.
My God. Boom.
Oh, game recognizing game right there.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's like, I didn't even think about that. That's brilliant.
Yeah. That's the frustrating part is it's just easy. And it would make.
Did you say game recognizes game?
Yeah.
It's
write that down for later too.
It's just a phrase that I wouldn't expect to come out of your mouth on a Sunday.
On a Sunday morning.
Yeah. That's that might have been the funniest thing you've ever said on that.
Vicky is trying to get out of eating green beans. Here comes Sydney.
Sydney. Sassy
Classic.
Sydney Gould.
Classic. Sydney leans down. He's like, eat your green beans or you'll blah, blah, blah. And Vicky's like, what? What, Sydney? I didn't hear you. And he's like, eat your green beans or you'll go deaf. Bang.
Boom. Roasted.
Look at Sydney. So she eats them green beans.
She's wolfing them down now.
She's like, I don't want to go deaf on this boat.
Sydney works for the Jolly Green Giant Company. He's pushing veggies on the show. He's like a paid promotion.
Man, Sydney, we are 10 episodes in, and Sydney is already kind of clearing mantle space on his.
Boom.
So it's like
I need multiple awards. Best waiter.
No,
best guy named Sid.
No, we're not doing best waiter. Julie shows up at dinner. Gopher cuts her off because Stubing's trying to find out what's going on with the plan. Because again,
Gopher's like,
he's got
women don't eat. Get
yeah,
away
he's got
from the
nothing.
table.
He's
Like,
got
what?
nothing to do. So their first initiation thing is that Julie's got to fast, and it's a fast. It's only 2 hours, but she's got to go stand on the deck while this
Is that a
happens. So this will
fast, or is
give
that
them.
just waiting to eat till everyone's done eating? Like Gandhi wasn't like,
I
my
mean,
fast
you.
is until 100 people have finished their main course,
It's
and
not
then
just
my
that. Like
hunger
you,
strikes over.
like 2 hours. Like you fast a lot for 2 hours. Like that's
Yeah,
just
I do
generally.
it every day. Like,
I ate before we started. This is going to be
right.
2 hours. Like
If I
so
right, exactly. Are we fasting right now? I
right.
don't know.
It's a
She has
fast.
they got a loose interpretation. They don't suffer they don't suffer a lot on this boat if that's considered a fast. Avoid snacks for
Um,
2 hours for 120 minutes.
Kevin is complaining about the service. He wanted green cherries along with his red, which lets Sydney
Uh-oh.
get in a Gucci joke.
There you
Go to
go.
Gucci's.
Jesus,
And
Sydney.
Sydney's out.
That's it. Wow. I wonder if he was like, I got a perfect joke for the kid. Like, what?
I'm gonna punch this one up.
Yeah, I don't. All right, Sid. See you next week. Maybe.
he gets 4 all season, so I don't know how well they spread him out, but he gets 4. So
Wait, is this 3? Is this
this
3
was
or 2?
2. He was 2.
Okay,
He
good.
was
We
on
give him 2 more
the
times.
he was on with Payback. I think
That's right.
that was his first
That's right.
one.
Good.
Penny asks her dad what are the odds that she could get a banana split for dessert. He's like, "What are you nuts?
He's crazy.
You can't have that." He also explains that when he was in training, all he ate was yogurt, wheat germ, and fresh fruit.
Wheat
Prior
germ.
to
What the hell's wheat germ anyway? What is that?
it's
Is it like
Olympic.
fine? And I do it because it keeps me regular. And if anything, you want to be regular on the balance. Like, what is going on here?
Well, here's the thing: we don't
Yeah,
even necessarily know he was a gymnast. We
we just
assume he was an
want
Olympic. What if he was like
to
Olympic
biathlon,
or like water polo? Like
equestrian, something. It could be anything. It could have been one of those display sports like skateboarding. You never know.
before the dessert request, Penny asks if Dad feels kind of bad for Kevin sitting by himself, and this is where we get one of Mr. Barrett's great ones. If he knew how to conduct himself, he'd have plenty of company. Just Mr. Barrett hates this kid.
Just screw this kid.
Oh God.
I mean,
So
in Mr. Barrett's defense, and this is the only thing I'll say in his defense, Kevin came in hot. Like came in super hot in his first meeting with Mr. Barrett. Mr. Barrett's like, "Listen here, you punk kid." Like he's not
here's the
taking
thing.
anything from this kid.
But that's the thing. It's weird, and like you wouldn't want to model this
No.
behavior in either way, but I don't think anyone responded wrong to the other.
No, I agree.
So
well,
he didn't hit him.
I'll save it. I'll save it for when the conversation
Yeah.
happens. But I do think
Yeah.
there's one that was a little weird because I do feel like Mr. Barrett's this old school kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't. I mean, look at the mustache. It goes clear. It goes across his entire face. Come on,
I mean,
old school.
I thought somebody was getting backhanded. So,
Oh, we're gonna get to it. There's no way Mr. Barrett doesn't just a solid left.
yeah, that's how you know he wasn't a judo Olympian. So.
Because what's Kevin gonna do other than cry? Who's he
Yeah,
gonna
you
go
tell
to?
you-
His
yeah,
parents aren't
tell
on the
your
boat.
parents.
Where
Yeah,
are you gonna go?
exactly. Bart is making moves at dinner. He's kind of ping ponging between trying to get a date with Ginger, who
Jesus.
is not interested. Like,
No, well, it's weird. She's not, but then like she kind of lets it happen. Like, you know what I mean?
right, but
She
she's
doesn't
not
seem
currently
interested.
interested right
No,
now. She just
no.
keeps saying no, and Bart can't believe this is a possibility
Well,
that
that's
someone
just
wouldn't be interested. Yeah,
makes him want her more. Maybe that was
exactly.
her whole ploy.
Ginger seems to be way more interested in Wally now that she heard about the letter, which doesn't really sit well with Bart. And kind of impresses Tracy a little bit. We start to see, I think she had said earlier, still waters run deep, and that's kind of where we're going here. So, oh, Rory's back. Rory is like a slightly more competent Artie D'Angelo.
he looks like the lost cousin of Robert F. Kennedy. Like he's just his hair's sort of mussy. Like who is this? And he has no oomph to him, which is
No.
why Julie's not going for him. This guy doesn't have,
And he's
as a
not quite
cat
old
energy.
enough to be young or
No,
quite young enough to be old. He's not
no.
mean. Like, he's a
Like I just think that
terrible.
like Rory Daniels is not an alpha. And I
No,
think if
no,
you're
he's
not
not.
an alpha and not 15 to 20 years older than Julie, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, the only non-alpha I would say Julie ever mixed up with was the first one, that Jim Wright.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
Ralph Malph.
so
I think that's why the Ralph Malph thing didn't happen either.
man, that's fair. That's fair.
You
Although he
know,
comes back at some point, right? So I guess we don't
same
know.
character. Same
Yeah.
character. Yeah.
Anyway, Rory's back. He runs down Julie on the deck. He wants to dance the night away or something or other, but she can't because she's standing on guard. And this is where I kind of have a note. Julie turning down a man doesn't quite jive, but I think you're right. The
Yeah.
alpha is, well, but then
It just didn't
it's
fit
alpha,
her.
but you know what? It's alpha and also unattainable because
Yeah. Yeah.
then
Yeah. Like Potsy.
that gets like Potsy, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was thinking
So
like,
yeah,
I want nothing to do with you and or I don't notice you is like
right.
banging for her. She loves it.
So I like the fact that they didn't show much with Dawson really makes the most sense. Like Dawson is exactly,
Yeah.
so Penny is so impressed by the trappings of the cruise and how it's like one big grand ball, but it's almost bedtime, according to Dad. And we get another story about Mr. Barrett and his training, how he was the only one who stuck to the curfew. And everyone thought that I was crazy. But you know what? I was also the only one who was an Olympian. So this guy's great.
Again, without any mention of the sport, it gets weird because
Right? Yeah. He
he
has
doesn't
no
look like
first
a
name,
gymnast. No
no,
first name.
and no category.
Yeah, what sport did you do in the Olympics and want to go? Smoking.
Yeah.
I want a bronze in smoking.
I was bronze in judging others.
Just driving without a seatbelt. I don't know, and
Uh,
something 70s related.
so Penny gets sent off to bed, and Kevin kind of sees this, and he kind of starts to sneak out to go catch up with her. They kind of shoot back to Barrett, and he's kind of like giving a hand on his chin. So what do you think he's getting into once
There's
Penny's away? Because we never really find out what happened to Mrs. Barrett. So.
no. Let's just say Mrs. Barrett can't swim so well. No, I don't know what he was doing. When he was sitting there, I noticed he's like got his drink and he's just kind of, you know what he's doing. It's still like, damn it, I should have had that gold. Every time he has a minute, he just replays. Oh, if I'd only tucked this way and rolled this way, I would have guaranteed it's all about what I could have done better to get the gold medal. Any
I,
stolen moment, those are his thoughts.
I hope whoever won the gold was named Kevin, just to really stick it in
Oh
his
God,
craw.
that would be great. And
Like
Barrett, who won? Kevin Barrett.
Kevin
Oh,
Barrett from Russia.
oh. Mm.
Dance floor chicanery. Bart wants to swap with Wally so he can dance with Ginger. So they do. And then Wally and Tracy are kind of chatting it up. And Tracy doesn't understand why Wally's not holding her the way he held Ginger. Long story short here,
Yeah.
and not shocking, right? Tracy is starting to see Wally in a new light. Wally has always apparently had a crush on Tracy.
Sure.
That's kind of where we're at. So you
Or
can
he
kind of
just
fill in the
felt
blanks.
bad for her. He felt bad that like,
Yeah.
Bart was so shitty to her. Maybe it was, I feel bad because she seems nice. But it wasn't until the fake letter that where Tracy thought that maybe Wally could take her to the top of the mountain. That's when everything changed this episode.
Exactly. Yeah. Bart really was hoisted on his own petard there.
Yeah.
So
Well, it made Bart seem like a, JV.
yeah. Bart sees what's going on, so he kind of cuts in and tries to,
He breaks the cutting in rules too, sir, that we've discussed many times. That's not how it works.
Yeah, but he's with her. So can you go back? I mean, I would think you would. That would be a Mike Taylor move right there. You would jump right back in on that cut in.
Yeah, I probably would. You're right.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, no.
That's enough. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't even make the walk. No way.
Just stand there staring at him right next to him.
Just mean mugging him.
Tracy's distracted though, and I think
Yeah.
Bart's starting to have suspicions here. All right, Isaac is telling the guys that they need to nail down these plans. Julie's been going for like hours, and they still don't have these plans.
How
And you know what?
complicated is it?
Spoiler:
It's a cake and a
banner,
banner.
cake.
That's it.
So
It's
that's
show
all
up.
they get. So Julie's back to lose her this time. Um, it's a test of intelligence, and luckily there's just a copy of Moby Dick on around. Like, so, is
This
Isaac
part.
reading that?
This
I mean,
part.
Isaac's the bookworm, but
I mean, maybe. I just don't. Who knows? Yeah.
it's a little too on the nose to have Moby Dick just laying around on a
Just
boat.
out and about. I mean, they should have had
Yeah.
like the book of shipwrecks.
Well, that one's
Learn
locked
these
up.
6.
That one's
You know
locked
what
up.
that's about. That's
Well,
about
he's got to.
ladies.
He had to put that thing away now with Vicky there. So
It's locked away with that bottle of liquor and then the cash fund.
How long are we going to go before we get to see Vicky's accommodations? Like, how do you think that's going to work? She's not going to. Do you think she's going to stay in Steubing's room?
Where, on the couch?
That's what I'm
Behind the
saying.
desk?
Like,
Where the
so
TV goes?
I would think she'd have to have the room like right across or something, right?
I would think. Well, how far away from Steubing are the crew cabins? Do you think?
Well, remember they said they're doing new
The
crew cabin
renovations.
renovations, so
Maybe they had to do
they're
it just for
they're
Vicky.
one step ahead of us every time.
It's
Maybe
a
they'll get
shame that Pat.
like an adjoining room or something.
I wonder if Pat Morita's on board to do some of the painting.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope so.
He lost his job
Everything
after he turned down the internet. So
yeah, back to painting.
Singapore Sapphire, whatever that was. So anyway, Julie, her new task is she's got to memorize the first chapter of Moby Dick, which is just like
so stupid.
Come on.
I wonder how long
anyway,
that would take.
So that's.
I mean, I was like, oh, I wonder how many. And then I was like, why am I giving this further thought? This is so ridiculous. Or how long would it take?
I mean,
ugh, dummy.
A, you got to have good memorization skills. B, I think you got to have better memorization skills than what Julie does, which is just saying it out loud a couple times. Like, but anyway, whatever works.
You know who would love to hear it though? Like, read me the whole thing. You know, and Steubing, he loves any performance arts that have something to do with a book or ballet. Like, he's a classic.
Yes,
Steubing
he's a real fan of the theater,
Artsy,
the performing arts. Yeah,
Renaissance. Yeah, and all that.
Rory pops up, asks Julie to dance the night away, but no, she's got to read this book.
I got time for you, Rory.
Yeah, and so she tries to memorize it by saying it out loud. Like, for instance, when I try to memorize stuff, I write it down. Yeah, that works for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but so maybe that's
how
what
I do it.
So,
well, I did some theater. I used to write it down.
Yeah,
in chunks, and you just did.
Yeah,
I will say this: the character of Rory Daniels, there was no point for him to be. I don't know if somebody owed money on the production team to Christopher Connolly, because what was the point of Rory Daniels?
I think, you know where the miss was? I was actually thinking about how they could have fixed this. So it should have been, the first scene should have been Rory on the boat, right? And so Julie's like, oh, I'm so excited you're finally going to take me up on my offer to come trip. We have so many things planned. I can't wait.
Sure.
Then everything happens. And then there's a reason why she keeps blowing him off, but it's not really, blowing him
like
off for him.
It's always something comes
right.
up to.
This felt like it was too much ambiguity. So I just needed a little bit more.
Well, it didn't feel like it. If
you don't really know that if anything's ever happened, right?
Right.
Exactly.
But there was no like perceived interruption of them doing something. It was always like, but I didn't feel them like they were. I didn't see anything there.
Not at all. Not at all. Kevin catches up to Penny in the hallway. Asks her if she wants to go dancing, but she can't because it's bedtime. Kevin's like, man, it's pretty lame. I bet you the guys take you out. Barely have a chance to do anything before it's curfew. And she's like, I'm not allowed to go out, which is not shocking. Kevin starts talking about his, how he had to dump his old girlfriend because he doesn't want to be tied down, man. So
how is he allowed to travel by himself? What is he supposed to be? 15, 16?
14 or 15, I thought maybe.
Also, fun fact, Nancy McKeon and Vicky are the same age in real life in this episode, and I thought that was interesting. Well,
Well,
that's why with Kevin. What time's Kevin's bedtime? Does he just stay up till
he
like
doesn't have a
10?
bedtime.
I'm Kevin. You can't tell me what time to go to bed. I'm up
Well, I
late.
mean, I thought they did a decent job of explaining this, which is that there are people in the house that do watch him, right?
The
Quote unquote,
staff,
the
yeah, or
staff,
whatever.
but they don't
Yeah.
bother him and he doesn't bother them. Like, I thought they did a decent job of like rich kid, spoiled.
They built the runway for him to
They
make
did.
where it
I
makes
don't think
sense.
this was not a crazy jump. Now, consistency wise,
Yeah, yeah.
Kevin's the youngest person to be unattended that wasn't a runaway. He's the youngest like ticketed person, right? Like,
Well,
sorry,
what
that,
about
they
James
didn't
Bond Jr.?
do anything about. So like Theo Dent, they
Oh,
obviously did something about.
I
They
see
let
what
him
you're
on there,
saying.
but they
It
were
wasn't
aware of
like
that.
they see
The
this and want
runaway
to take him
had
on.
to get, so
It'd be like if they met
right,
Pepito, but
right.
Pepito wasn't trying to
So
be adopted. You know what I mean?
yes, yeah, right.
I get
So
it.
he's like the floor of you're old enough to be unattended, I guess, basically.
I guess there
So
was different rules. I wonder what the real.
now Steubing was busy this week, so he's got
Hunting
one
for
kid to
that
pay attention to now.
frog.
He can't possibly pay attention to a second one.
Hunting for a frog. Oh.
Kevin heads off the party while Penny goes to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of partying,
Here we go.
we're back in Bart's cabin. He's making moves Dr. Feelgood style, but Tracy's asleep. So, like, very asleep. Lights
Yeah.
on, like honk shoe, just basically out cold.
Nothing. Yep.
He's making all his moves. It's not working. He gets up. He's pretty pissed. And then through the paper thin walls, he can clearly hear Ginger and Wally acting in an episode of Three's Company, where Ginger is talking seductively in a way to Wally, and he's responding with, "I could do this all night. It's been my favorite hobby since I was 15."
Puzzles.
Yeah, it's not going great for
Puzzles.
Bart, and he puts his head out. Well, spoiler, dude. I assume it's
Well,
sex.
that could be. Well, I mean, the other odd thing is here. So Damon Wilson gets up and he's like, huh, "Well, this I can't. Obviously, I can't take her to the top of the mountain. Let me have a little drink." And he picks up that bottle. It's empty, and he just drops it, and you just hear crash. So now there's broken glass on the floor, and I just was like, "You
He's
heard
having a
it
bad
break."
day.
He's
He's
having a
having a
terrible
bad
day.
day.
He's
Plus,
about
did
to
he
take
drink
her
that
places
whole?
she's never been.
Did
Yeah.
he drink that whole bottle by
Or
himself?
maybe Tracy did. That's why Tracy's asleep.
Well, Tracy comes back the next day pretty knocked too, so I think Tracy
So
might have a problem.
who
So
knows? But yeah, I was like, I don't know what you're doing with all that glass all over the floor. Come on.
we open Act 3 with these dopes still trying to figure out what to do for the party that is now tonight. While having breakfast, there's some buffet activity behind us, as always. Julie shows up, saying that she needs a break after all that memorization. She just wants to talk, but can't talk because, of course, the third initiation rite is the vow of silence, and they will be watching. And when you know it, less than 30 seconds into the vow of silence, who shows up? Rory, and now she's giving him the silent treatment and pointing to the book and everything. And I think Rory's finally like, I get it.
Rory's
So,
just a fool. Rory is
yeah,
a doormat. Come on.
yeah. So this kind of goes to what we were talking about. This is a very silly storyline, but fine.
I can see this after this happening. Just Rory just launches himself above, over the edge. Like, screw this. Don't. I'm out of here. I'm the travel
that's why it would have.
travel agent. I don't need this.
That's why it would have meant more if you started with some sort of past with them.
There was no foundation for this character. This guy just looked like a fool for
right.
45 minutes.
And it kind of made Julie look. I think it made Julie look more like a dick than it was intended to.
Yeah.
So
I have no time for this. I'm trying to join this. All right, Julie.
Like they should have let her be distracted while with him or something. Like it was just
you didn't need this. It was a fat brush of stupid that they were trying to apply to her.
I think we have said that we really enjoy the crew storylines. They have not been good this year, and I don't know if it's because they're doing them kind of solo, where there's no guest star, or it's just too much.
Look at Isaac. How many has Isaac had this year?
There haven't been many. There haven't been many. And honestly, it was funny. I was sitting there thinking this morning, I was like, I don't know if I would, but I might have to give Steubing the award if we did it today. Like, it's nobody's really distinguished themselves this season
No,
on the crew.
no, because when I
So,
think of Gopher, I still think of last season. Doc really hasn't
right.
done
Like,
much.
when you actually sit and listen to the episodes and kind of see what we've done this season,
And what we've seen with Julie, like she can't. It's not
I mean,
season one, you know.
it's not season 1, but she would probably get higher in the rankings just because she's had more to
Well,
do.
right, not
But it only
necessarily.
takes a couple episodes to flip that. It's just,
Well, plus,
yeah, it's
if it's slim pickings, that vote's going to be close. You know, I Steubing, because it's tough. It's
you're
tough to vote
gonna
for
you're
Steubing.
gonna be tough for me to get Steubing an award because you're not gonna have him anywhere close to the
No,
top.
no,
But
I think he should get an award. I just don't know. It's just got to fit. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I'm not
it's.
against it, but
I'm
like,
just
I'm
saying,
not
10
giving him cap.
episodes.
Give him cap
No,
of the year.
he's already got it once. What do you, Maplethorpe? What the
That's
hell that
it.
guy's name
Hmm.
was? So
He's gonna wait.
Winston.
He's gonna be. I'm so excited to accept my official award. He might show
Ah,
up.
that'd be great.
Steubing's here.
Um, Kevin runs into Penny and starts telling a tall tale about his evening the night before, saying he was dancing with that lady with the long legs. Penny's kind of bummed out about that and starts to talk about parents. Parents just don't understand, Mike.
Sounds like a
Um,
song. Huh?
the upshot of this is Kevin admits pretty quickly that he was lying. He just went and had a lousy night in his room, just like Penny did, and asks why she's not upset that he lied to her. And she said, I get it. You're lonely just like me. So they're two sides of the same coin here. Cat's in the cradle.
I guess.
Anyway, they're going to try and meet up after practice. I hope it works out. The officer of the watch informs us that we have arrived in Manzanillo. Is this the first time we've been in Manzanillo?
I believe so. It does not sound familiar.
Did not ring a bell, which means here are some facts about Manzanillo.
Fantastic.
The first fact is it's like every other place you look up in this tour. It's basically, it's like known for its beaches and resorts and, water sports and things like
And
that.
fine white sand. Yeah, it's all.
The one interesting fact about Manzanillo was at the time of this filming in 1979, Manzanillo had become a bit of a celeb destination.
Really?
Been a real hot spot for hobnobbers. And the reason was because this is where the movie 10 was filmed
10.
in 1979.
Okay.
Starring, of course,
Dudley Moore.
our good friend Dudley Moore. So
love
apparently the hot run for Manzanillo did not last too long, but it was a bit of a popular destination during this time.
Wait, was John Ritter in 10?
John Ritter was in Skin Deep.
Okay, that's what I was thinking of.
Which is what you're thinking of, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, Dudley.
yeah.
Interestingly enough, you know who else was in? I looked up 10 because I don't know that I've ever actually seen 10. It's Bo Derek, Dudley Moore, Julie Andrews.
Sequel to it, Julie Andrews. Yeah.
You know who else? Don't say it. Or have your boo button ready if you say it. You know who else was in it? Interestingly enough, Big Seamus himself, Brian Dennehy.
Oh, I can't boo that. I was ready to.
And you know what was interesting about that? Besides the Big Seamus, Little Seamus, was of course Bo Derek played Brian Dennehy's wife in Tommy Boy.
Yeah, that was
There's the connection.
Did the age? I wonder what the age.
I feel like Dennehy's probably not as old as you think, or wasn't as old as you think.
Probably older than we think.
Right.
Is, I bet.
Yeah. So.
What an icon she was in the 80s. Like just the name Bo Derek.
Oh, yeah.
You thought of like Naked. Remember, she was in a movie called Tarzan the Ape Man. Legendary film where like you got to see some nudity, right? Like on HBO, Cinemax when I was a kid. I never successfully saw the nudity part. I always mistimed it and just saw the Tarzan part. But that was she was huge sex symbol in the 80s.
Yeah. And I will not do a Dudley Moore impression. No, she will not be on the boat.
Neither one will ever be on the boat. No way.
Dudley Moore definitely not.
No.
I guess the only thing is that like, do we get to like 85, 86 when she's on like her last legs kind of thing? Or I will say this is something interesting. So in doing the credits stuff for this week and kind of looking ahead to different episode summaries and stuff like that, there are occasional episodes where, man, I don't know any of the people in it.
Yeah,
Like,
I've
so,
seen some too.
and you would think the further we get into the 80s, the more people we would know. So
Yeah,
I
it would
don't,
work backwards for us. We're going to be
yeah,
more familiar. I saw that too, and I was like, I don't know any. And
I'll
they were
be
like bit
curious.
players, and
Yeah,
I
I'll be
feel like she's
curious.
too big of a star.
I
Just
think so
name
too.
only.
Yeah, and I guess I feel like I guess I'm thinking in my mind as we get on the second half of this, as the
Mhm.
show starts to dip, does the quality dip and this becomes more of like older washed stars as opposed to current stars, so
I guess it depends on what sort of promotional vehicle it turned into.
and how much
You
ABC
know,
really is
right? Like I'm
pushing
sure after
people
a
on
while they
there.
were like, it's more of a not variety, but like a throwback. You're gonna see Madam. I mean, you're gonna see
Willie Tyler.
Billy Tyler. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Willie Tyler's gonna be on here, by the way. We're not done with ventriloquism on this project. There's zero
Oh, I
chance.
hope not. It was funny. I'm watching the Muppet Show with my son, which is
Nice.
great and has a lot of Love Boat crossover that
Yes.
we will save that for a different episode. But Charlie MacArthur and Edgar Bergen were on, and I was like, well, let me double
Charlie
check.
Charlie McCarthy, sir.
Sorry, not Charlie MacArthur. Different. That's a different puppet.
That's
Sorry. So,
didn't he get fired because he wanted to take China? Isn't that one? Didn't he smoke like a corncob pipe in the Navy?
anyway, more to come on that
Yeah,
connection
yeah, yeah.
because I will say 50% of the hosts on the Muppet Show so far have been on the Love Boat. So,
Fantastic. I'm a huge Muppet Show
uh,
fan.
I'm always looking for our next project.
That's right.
Wally runs into Ginger, and we find out that, yeah, to your point, that was not sexual games and escapades last night. That was puzzles, jigsaw puzzles.
Spoiler. Sorry.
Bart shows up, and he tells Wally that he needs to take Tracy into town so he can be alone on this ship. Because Bart, to your point, I think now he really wants Ginger because she doesn't want him. So that's become the goal today. Wally doesn't seem too upset about this. As we had said, those two have been eyeing each other up. This is where there's a funny take. Bart kind of looks at Tracy and Wally walking off, and then he takes a second. He goes, "Nah," and
Yeah.
he almost kind
No
of looks
way.
into the camera. It was just that thing, but
It was
tremendous,
good. Damon Wilson
tremendous.
was so good in this episode.
Vicky and Julie are playing cards, and Vicky is winning. Steubing, father of the year, shows up to find his daughter. Are you done your homework? This is all he knows, right? It just keeps asking about homework.
Vegetables and homework.
So,
That's
vegetables, homework, work for me. So Vicky leaves, and Julie's kind of distracted because she no-sold one of Steubing's classic jokes. And she tries to explain, about the Brotherhood of the Sea, and Steubing's not understanding what it is. And I think at one point he thought she was in some sort of cult. So he did
Yeah,
seem a little
why wouldn't
concerned.
Steubing go, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, he can't show weakness.
No, that's
So,
just it. Cannot never admit even the smallest defeat.
right.
Yeah.
So then this helps Julie figure out that there is no Brotherhood of the Sea, because clearly if there was, the Captain of the Year would know about it.
You would think. You would
Yeah.
think.
And she's pissed, and she is out of there. And Steubing's no idea what's happening.
Just clueless for a captain that's supposed to be like on top of things. Just nothing.
It's funny because this is one of the advantages to me of having Vicky is you can stick him in this corner, give him a couple dad things to do, and he doesn't really affect the episode.
No, he gets more of like a Lassard type of role.
This was 100% Lassard this week, and not every week because I enjoy Steubing a lot, but when there's no sense popping him in there and making a mess of his 3 minutes, right?
There,
So
you don't have to use him.
Exactly.
Like we know where he is.
Yeah, eating. Penny is practicing again, but it's not going well, Mike. Concentration's all over the place. She's distracted.
You need to learn to concentrate. Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's because there's 1,000 people in this spa
Well,
doing random exercise. There's no room to do anything in this room. They're like in a hallway with just
yeah.
juice and hot tubs and
I mean,
and
last time
carpet.
we were in here, there was enough room
It
that
was
Lyle Wagner
murder.
could just carry what's her name out. Like, so,
Yeah. Now it's the most packed place in the world.
well, it's well equipped.
And they put
Um,
a balance beam in there.
yeah. So do they bring that? Like, there's no way they have a balance beam in this gym. Like, that would be. Why
No,
are they on this
it's
boat? Why did they take this
BYOBB.
cruise?
It's the
What?
only place they could find a balance beam to practice on. Maybe.
Oh no, my gym got shut down. So,
I don't know.
uh,
Yeah, why come on a cruise?
yeah,
You just want to train. Just stay home. You have better facilities.
Dad's up to something.
Something bigger and way more sinister.
Shadier, yeah.
It's
So
related to Airwolf.
so yeah, Ernest Borgnine is waiting to meet him.
That's it. He's planting the seeds of that character.
So this is where Penny kind of has a bit of a breakdown, and she's, just kind of like, I just want you to be proud of me for what I want and all these kind of things. And it's just like she's really like, she's coming to the conclusion that this gymnast thing is not the be all end all, but she doesn't quite know how to explain it because she's 12 or whatever she is.
Well, and she just took Kevin's words essentially, and she's like, "I'm fed up because Kevin told me that I should be fed up." Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to stoop and ribbon. Like it was just, it was a lot from a 12-year-old.
I also think it's that thing where, is this literally the first time that she's been exposed to normal life?
To people.
Yeah.
The only time she
So
sees another person is at a competition.
yeah,
He's home. I'll tell you, Mr. Barrett is a homeschool teacher, and that's why he goes by Mr. Barrett. There's
that's
no
true.
way she's like interacting with regular people because she's clueless.
So this is where Daddy's pride, I think, comes in, because she said all she wants is for him to be proud of her for being herself. And she storms out, and we get a nice shot of Alex Cord's workout clothes as he does one of these, hands over the head. Ugh,
Well, and it's
kids,
funny.
right?
He had a big old collar on that thing. It wasn't even a hood. It
Look
was just this
comfy
big
though.
butterfly. It looked super soft and comfy.
Between him and what Bud Pomeroy was wearing a few weeks ago, the workout clothing this season has improved greatly since like whatever Ray Bolger was wearing.
Oh,
So
or Doc. Jeez.
yeah. Oh,
Poor
the yellow
Kevin.
the yellow
Kevin had a
canary.
nice sweatsuit on, nice
Oh,
little
that red
cost.
baby.
Yeah, that was looking
Oh,
nice. And
that
well,
thing
plus it gives
popped.
plenty of room to show off that sweet, sweet herringbone chain of his.
Kid, that kid's got
Loaded. You
some
must be loaded with a big chain like that on, Kevin. Yeah,
ginger. It's the other half of the locket for his missing parents.
that's
So,
what it is. Yeah, they are missing too, by the way. They're
Rooster.
missing.
Ginger and Bart are getting kind of friendly downstairs in the entranceway, which is just a terrible place to do
It's a
this.
little risky.
What are you, Ken Berry?
I
Come
was
on,
just
like,
going to say that. What are you in make out, well lit corner? What are we doing?
Tracy and Wally come back in. Of course, at this time, Tracy is knee deep in tequila, but she's not blind drunk. She
No.
spots Bart right over there, and she quickly puts together that this was the whole reason behind the trip and her having to go with Wally and F y'all, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Julie is filling Rory in on what happened and how she's going to murder the three men, basically.
That's funny.
Rory's like, well, I mean, okay, cool. Glad that you're telling me this now. Why don't we just not worry about it and we can go do stuff? And she's like, nope,
Right.
we'll bury them at sea.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oof.
Which again, I like the performance of it. I just don't think it's true to Julie being like
100%.
that. But like, it was
Yeah,
very funny. Like, it was very, so
I agree.
I don't think it's bad acting. I think it's bad character
It
writing
is.
for
Yeah.
a
You can
third
only
season character.
you
So
can only do as much as you're handed too. I mean,
right.
it's just
Yeah.
the words on the page are the words on the page.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob Crane would have made gold out of it, but this isn't the Bob Crane vehicle anymore.
I just don't like a mean Julie. I guess that's
No.
that's probably not fair, but I just don't love a mean Julie.
I,
Like, not like this. Like, but
I
they'll
guess
you know what? I'm going to give them the time and grace to figure it out because they figured out Stubing.
Fair
So
enough.
I think they'll figure it out. But
Well,
I
it is
think
a
they're
shift.
in.
It's a shift.
It's a shift. Yeah. Act 4. Penny is still upset about telling off her dad. But Kevin is there to lend a shoulder to cry on and some lips to smooch on.
Smooch time.
It is smooch o'clock, and these two are going to town. But who comes flying down the steps like he's Stubing when a relative shows up?
Every time.
Oh my God, it's Mr. Barrett. And he's like, get the hell out of here.
Get your face off my daughter's face. Yeah.
So he sends Penny back to the cabin, and then he's going to have a bit of a talk with this boy Kevin. And I mean,
this is where
stretch out here, boys. We got some acting to do.
Well, Mr. Barrett, let me just say this. There's no way Mr. Barrett's having a conversation at this point. If he's this obsessed and this sort of a helicopter parent, there's no way he's not just picking this kid up and just throwing him somewhere. Just something. Locking him in a closet with that dead magician. Something is happening here.
So the one thing I'll give I enjoyed this scene because, again, it did have me on the edge. This is where you watch something in 1979 and you're like, I guess he could hit the kid, right?
It doesn't seem out of...
Exactly. It wasn't 100% no.
Right.
Like,
he could hit the kid and probably not get in trouble because he's an adult.
Or like he hits him and then he looks up him and then he gives him the zing line or something like that. Like, it wasn't out of bounds in my mind that it could have happened.
I didn't know what was about to happen.
Everything was on the table. So, and the other cool thing about the scene was every time each one of them lands a haymaker, they look like they're going to leave, and then the other person starts talking, so they have to stay. Like it I just really enjoyed the scene. It was cartoon,
it was tense,
but I really enjoyed the scene.
I thought it was choreographed. Not just, you know what I mean, not just the words, but the actions that they followed really worked. Yeah.
So Kevin says, you're afraid that she's going to find out that there's more to life besides walking on 2x4s. That stops Barrett in his track, and he's like, this is a great line. I understand your problem. Your parents didn't do their job, so it's up to the rest of us to deal with it.
That sounds like a very 1979 diagnosis. And
Yes,
he's like, and that's like a kid's therapist. That's what they would say in the late 70s.
God. And then Kevin responds with a lot, which finishes with, you want Penny to get the gold medal that you weren't good enough to get yourself. And Kevin waits a second because I think he was waiting for the retort or to get hit. Dude. And it didn't happen. And then Kevin leaves and we get the tight shot. Mr. Barrett is down for the count. That one cut him to the quick.
He wasn't. No one's have the balls to say that to me.
Oh my God.
I just don't think it would have gone down this way. There's no way. There's no way that Mr. Barrett, God, now I want to know his first name, would there's no way.
It's redacted. It's redacted.
He did something because they got rid of his first name. So
it was a doozy. Everything else is anticlimactic at this point. Wally knocks on Tracy's door to kind of try and apologize, and he reveals that he's liked Tracy all along. And he was happy to kind of go on the walk and everything. He lays on a bit of a dynamite smooch to Tracy as well. He's waiting to do that all day. Bart shows up and tries to explain away Ginger as a client that he was trying to satisfy. Wally and Tracy both give him the right. But they're not buying it.
It's over for Bart.
Yeah, it's over for Bart. And Bart doesn't seem too worried about it, though, because he's like, oh, well, easy come, easy go. Quick smash. Mr. Barrett is talking to Penny. She's crying and she's apologizing for crying and for yelling and for not practicing and for kissing a boy. And he's like,
all over. Yeah.
Penny, I'm such an idiot. I can't believe I didn't see what was happening. Your friend Kevin told me you might be interested in disco. So
I've done a terrible thing.
Yeah. So give him credit. He, from the mouths of babes, he realized what he was doing.
There's no way in hell he's listening to anything that Kevin says. There's no way that that's the person
I think he's turning a leaf.
You know what? He's not turning a leaf. There's no way that guy Kevin, just based on like character types, is saying that and him going, you know what? Let me go back and get that drink and sit back at the table and take a good hard look at myself. He's not. He
Maybe
wants
maybe I
gold,
can
damn
be
it.
an Olympic champion of self-reflection.
Something like it was so fast. I get it. It was just like that's not Mr. Barrett. Or he's hiding it as soon as they leave the boat. He's gonna Kevin,
Well,
you know?
do you think that's why he gave him the address to go to his house?
That's not his house. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. He's
This
just
kid's
gonna
breaking into my house.
Harvey Keitel's gonna show up. He's like, let's have a talk. Just
Oh,
something's bad's gonna happen to Kevin.
poor
He was
Kevin.
never on the show again. So
He never really had a career for this. He ruined his career.
no, he ruined it. He killed Stephen Manley. He didn't even kill Kevin. That's
Oh,
how mad Mr.
jeez.
Barrett was.
Anyway, Dad's like, go discoing with your boy there. So all's well that ends well. Vicky is walking a blindfolded Julie in the middle of the night through the deck, which is 100% what Buddy Stanfield dating was like. Also, great parenting, Stubing, having your kid up in the middle of the night. So,
Yeah.
Vicky says that this is all part of the initiation of the Brotherhood of the Sea. Julie starts to get pissed about this because she knows it's fake, but Vicky just asks her not to ruin the surprise.
Wow.
We get into what I think is the Acapulco Lounge.
Maybe.
I think this was on the dance floor. I don't know, but all this planning resulted in a banner and a cake. Great job, everybody.
That's it. Two things. We needed 75 meetings.
Doc start.
And none with a chef.
Yep.
To talk about a cake and a
right.
Where would you get the banner made? Did it just say happy birthday or did it say happy birthday, Julie?
I think it said happy birthday, Julie.
That's what I thought.
Maybe they have leftover
City on board. Like, what's going on?
It's leftover from the Cowboys
sock hop.
It's Cowboy cheerleader stuff.
Yeah.
So.
The only letters we used were S, O, C, and K. We have the rest of the alphabet ready to go.
Doc starts to introduce, and it sounds like he's going to introduce Julie as the first female inductee. Julie says, Brotherhood of the Sea, my fanny, but then blindfold comes off, and it's surprise, it's her birthday.
Oh, nobody saw that coming.
And Rory shows up to explain the entire plot to everybody who's too dumb to have followed this thing, I guess.
Well, yeah, Rory or AKA Mr. I don't need you to tell me that because we're surrounded by crew that actually planned. He had nothing to do with the planning. He wasn't at any of the meetings.
No.
Mr. trying to take credit.
Yeah.
Travel agent, my ass.
Liars. Yeah. So, but Rory's like, aren't you glad that you didn't try and take revenge on these guys? But didn't she?
If only.
Anyway, the big twist, of course, is that it's not Julie's birthday. No. Julie's birthday is next month. Which...
How come nobody was like, are you sure, Captain? I thought her birthday was this. They were like, okay, sounds good.
And then we go through the rest of this episode, and it's never explained. Stubing's never like, sorry about the mess or anything.
I was thinking of somebody else named Julie. Yeah.
Stubing, I don't know that he should be operating the ship anymore.
He's obviously bad with numbers, not just number dates. You know, it's funny because I would think a captain would be kind of a numbers guy. Just,
because not only did you ruin poor Rory's trip, your entire staff did. The only person who worked on this boat this week was Vicky. No one did any other work.
Well, the chef made the cake, but that's about it.
Did he? We don't even know.
Sydney, the waiter.
Sydney worked, right. Sydney worked. Vicky worked, right.
Julie didn't do squat.
Julie checked in to Julie and Gopher checked in the Barretts and the kid.
And then she started memorizing the freaking Moby Dick. Like, what?
Stubing basically sabotaged an entire cruise ship for 597 passengers.
Imagine something horrible had gone down and be like, oh, crew of 600 dies, or but the crew lived. They were just busy planning a surprise party. We don't have room for the cake. Let's get rid of the lifeboats. It's stupid.
After the party's over, Rory is finally getting some smooches in. Guy's been working on that peanut butter lid all night.
That is a charity smooch if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's weird because Julie really does a lot of like, you bet, Rory, okay. Like it just feels very like professional, but we know Julie's sexy voice. This is not Julie's sexy voice.
It isn't it. No red hot American, none of that
Yeah.
stuff. She was just like, all right, kind of. That was
Yeah,
it.
I might as well.
He's getting off the boat
So,
tomorrow. What's the
yeah.
worst that could happen?
So this is when Rory kind of says, "Aren't you glad these guys care about you? Aren't you glad you didn't do anything?" And then Julie's like, "Oh snap!" Julie, in fact, did do something, and so she starts running down the hallway towards Doc's cabin. Meanwhile, Rory's getting struck out again. Um, and then we find out that Julie is a master prankster slash Saul character. Like, like she's got booby traps everywhere
Well, I just
that
want
she
to know.
set up.
Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say.
I was gonna say she set the
Go ahead. I want to know, who did she hire to stand in the closet to
God.
dump the mayo on Gopher? Like it catapulted onto him. There's no way it could naturally do that.
Oh, you don't think it was like spring loaded or something?
What is she getting packages from
I
Acme?
thought maybe it
What
was
is she
spring loaded.
subscribing to Wile E. Coyote
I
in his closet?
Wile E. Coyote.
It's just
But yeah, somehow because it's not like she found out 3 days ago, right? She found out whenever she was playing cards with Vicky. So
she must have had him on deck these
10 hours.
maybe.
Oh, they're for old boyfriends. That's in case Stanfield comes back, or Chenault,
Oh.
or Ralph Mal, or
I
Potsy,
just figured she
or
would
that little
trap them
kid.
so they couldn't leave. She wouldn't want mayo on
That's
them.
true.
She would just be like, "I'm gonna, so you can't walk," like a Misery type situation. Dirty birdie, maiming
Yeah.
people
So
so they can't get off the boat.
Doc's bed collapse. Isaac gets paint, pasta,
No mustard.
mayonnaise,
Mustard. It looked
pie.
like.
It was
I don't know. Lemon
mustard. Okay.
meringue. I don't know what it was.
And then yeah, but they all
Mm,
get pranked. Classic
love it.
pranks. It's like the end of The Godfather. They just are going through all these hits. Um, and then they
Good
all
thing
go
there's
to
no.
Julie's
Good thing there's no
cabin.
tomato. Good thing there's no tomato plants on board. Just to get that last. That's gonna be Stubing's last
It's
scene.
Kevin.
Picking tomato plants on board, and then that's how it happens.
They all go to Julie's cabin. Like they're monsters. Like they all just are kind of like.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
so. Julie slams the door and she gets away with it. Act
Except
5.
they're waiting for her all night. Like, you got to come out sometime, Julie. What are you going to squeeze out the porthole? I'm covered in
So,
mustard and I'm posing.
so is Rory in the cabin?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I have a
think
question
Rory's
about.
seen the inside of her cabin.
I don't think so.
No.
So, Act 5. The Barretts run into Kevin, and this is where Mr. Barrett gives them their address and phone number and invites Kevin to come over in case he just needs a friend or whatever,
Right.
or to be murdered. So, Penny hopes that Kevin comes that night, in fact, and so maybe those kids will get together. I hope so, but we never see any of them again, so who knows? So Bart makes one last shot at at Tracy, but she's got eyes. She's got Wally goggles at this point now, and says that she calls him sugar, and that's where we get probably the most Jimmy Walker we got in this episode, which is "That's right, because I'm sweet and I am refined." So
it was right there.
Yeah. Bart goes, or Ginger actually tracks down Bart, and so he's probably like, okay, I got a backup plan here.
Yeah.
Ginger's like, nope, whatever dumping you just got, take 2. And so Bart, another classic villain who got comeuppance, which we went the whole first probably 40 episodes of this show never getting, and we're starting to get a lot more comeuppance lately.
That's good though. That's good. It just works that way. You know,
this was my kind of submission. It is the season of the olds, but it's been a little bit of the season of the villains.
I agree.
So,
we've had some really good ones this year too.
Yeah, because I will posit that while I don't know that it's nomination because it's not pure and we've had some good ones, I think Mr. Barrett could even be considered a villain from this episode.
I agree. Oh, I definitely think so. I definitely think so. Yeah.
So, That category is flush, even though we already know who's going to win. So
Yeah, wait, right. There's
yeah, so we're all playing for second, boys. All right. Rory asks Julie.
Mr. Barrett's used to competing for third, so
Yeah, we got to put him third in something.
Yeah. He loves bronze.
Oh God. Rory asks Julie if he gave her a birthday kiss, and she said, "Yeah, up till I'm about 100." So business or just smooches?
She
smooches.
She just let him. Like, she felt bad. She's like, "Do what you got to do. If you want to smooch me, smooch me. I don't
So
care."
no intercourse this season yet. I'm thinking then, right? I don't think anybody's actually gotten any action on this boat. Yeah. So very, very prudish season versus like season 1. The horn dogs are going to be tough to come by this year.
I think they're going to really stand out. You know,
Penny Jacobs
Wilson,
is
Wilson.
That's true.
There is an argument for horniest.
No, you're right. You're actually right. Well, I mean, God, we gave it to the cruise ship Casanova last year, so yeah, you're absolutely right. I think sometimes we assume females are in there too, but yeah, you're right. It's a non-gendered award. All right. Anyway, this is where Julie kind of gives Rory the okay there. Take it easy.
Yeah. No, I'll call you.
Yeah. Stewie then comes downstairs, and this is where I kind of assumed he would apologize for getting the birth date wrong. Nope, no mention.
Well, again, except no defeat, except 0 defeat.
Yeah. And this basically ends with him having found the copy of Moby Dick. Julie starts reciting what she had memorized, and that's how this ends. A very interesting, albeit maybe not great, episode 10 for this season.
Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be better. It's not the worst thing. It's in the middle.
No. And again, let's talk about it. King of the Mountain, totals and recap here. Best episode was the 2-parter from last week with Cowboys cheerleaders. Worst episode is episode 2, which is the Gentleman's Gentleman, the sock hop, and the Stages of Love. Yeah. But again, to our conversation about the floor, even that's not horrendous, but this is far better than this. This goes into that. The 2-parters are so much better than everything we've watched this year.
Yeah.
That this is probably at the top half of the other stuff we've watched this year.
It's almost, when I look at this and I look at how good the 2-parter was, I'm like, well, it's not fair to put this in the same, because is it fair to pick a 2-part episode as the best episode? Because there's so many more opportunities to get things in.
I don't think it's fair to automatically pick it or disqualify it, right? And so I think you just weight it. I think
see what happens.
A 90% 1-hour episode is better than a 90% 2-part episode or something like that. So, yeah,
it's just concentration, you know.
But we haven't had. It would be disingenuous for us to not say those were the best episodes this season, because they clearly are.
And we can only use what we're using, right?
Exactly.
But I do hope, I would love to see a 1-hour episode.
Yes,
be the best episode, but we'll see.
But I guess I'll be curious, because if the third 2-parter we have this year is then one of the 3 best episodes we've seen, then it does feel like they're putting all their eggs in the 2-part baskets. So that'll be interesting. Captain of the Week.
This was easy for me, man. What you pick first, because sometimes I think I steal a little thunder when I pick mine.
So I'm going with Damon Wilson. I thought he was amazing. I mean, I thought it from that first scene where he literally changed his voice.
Yeah.
And kind of was playing 2 people. And then I'm a sucker for bad guys who don't have a face turn at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he got comeuppance. It's all the stuff we love about a villain.
But he stuck to himself. That was the thing. And that's what we talk about. A villain is a villain is a villain is a villain. And if they kind of like live that role, even in the face of adversity, they're still being the villain.
Yeah.
I think, like the one from earlier this season, I think there's some parallels here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like Bart's going to be Bart. On the boat, off the boat, he's the same thing. He's going to get in the same thing. He'll hire a new guy, like whatever it is. It's not changing.
And there was just so much like unspoken stuff.
Yeah.
With the physical stuff. And like you said, the clothes. And it was really good.
To the table, man.
I really enjoyed it. And again, not a intricate storyline, right? I mean, it's
No.
pretty basic. Everybody else was fine, but he was carrying that thing.
Let me ask you this:
Um,
if we were making an all-star, a season-specific all-star cast, guests and crew for this season, do you think Damon Wilson has a strong chance on being making that all-star team,
oh,
or is it that strong?
he's the. This is why I feel like I need to start going back and listening to this
Yeah.
season's episodes to make sure I have. But I would say he is the best or as good as any non-old male lead we've had this season.
That makes sense. Yeah, I
And
agree.
I'm not saying he's not better than some of those olds, but I'm just kind of separating them in my
Well, we
head.
got to see more. You know what I mean? I
Right.
think you have to see more to really,
But we
because you
haven't
can't
had
really
a lot of
evaluate
good
kids anymore.
young we haven't had a
No, we
lot of
haven't.
good young people this year. Like
No,
so
Christopher George ain't young either. So
right. I mean, he's barely young in the context of what we're
yeah.
talking about, but
Well, how old's Damon
um
Wilson in this? Do you think 30s,
30s or 40s,
30s or 40s?
it's like so, but compared to
Still,
the
it's a hell of a
olds,
lot younger than the season of the olds we've been dealing
yeah.
with.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
No,
true.
he was really good.
I had the same,
Also, you know what? Shout out to both kids. They were really good.
especially the one that got
Um,
Kearns, man.
the
What
one who got
a
Kearns, that's ridiculous. And then Nancy McKeon was good because it's like it is very different. We saw her act completely different in 2 years for 10 years, right?
well, she
It's like
wasn't
that was
fixing cars, right?
yeah, right. So no, I thought that was really good. I think probably the best two kid performances we've seen this year. Not that we've seen a lot, but
I agree. I think Kevin was great.
yeah. Worst of the week, walk the plank.
Rory Daniels, man, as a character, just this wet paper towel, just nothing. He didn't really bring anything. He was just sort of. Julie doesn't. I don't know what the point of having him on the episode was. I thought he was pointless. I really
It
did.
didn't
He
really
didn't bring
do
anything.
anything. If
No.
they needed to do more or less, but this middle part didn't accomplish anything.
Well, they didn't need him in that storyline. I thought they needed Kevin to have a portal more than they needed Rory Daniels to have a portal based on
Yeah.
his like link to that story because it had nothing to
Right.
do with him. It was a crew story.
Or or it should have been, like I said, a little bit in the beginning, and then
Right.
to your point, it's more about them being interrupted by these things as opposed
Right.
to Julie coming off like a cold fish kind of
Well, and
thing. So
they sort of tried to make it look like Rory was an accomplice in all this, and I'm like, but he wasn't. Like
no,
he
he's a
was the
doofus.
travel agent's travel agent, and they didn't do anything. If they would have been like, hey,
Let's
hey, Rory, distract Julie while we do this. Okay, there's that link. There's no link. Rory was just horn dogging it up, and he just kept nothing. She put him on the pay no mind list until the end. She's like, "Yeah, you can give me smooches, whatever."
I am voting for stewing.
Really?
Because oh, I mean, come on.
Well,
He
okay.
he
You changed
sabotaged
my
the
vote.
whole cruise.
He did. He really did.
I mean, there's no and then here's the thing. The getting it wrong thing I could have dealt with, but then they didn't address it.
No,
Come
and
on.
nobody questioned him either. Are you sure? And it wasn't like, let
Yeah.
me double check. Yeah, it is. What? Already? Didn't somebody say already in the beginning? It's Julie's birthday. I think
Go
somebody
for
said
70.
already. Yeah, I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I normally would write Steubing down even if he isn't the worst, but that makes sense. I can't argue with Rory Daniels or Steubing.
Yeah.
And I'll never argue against Steubing being
I
on
was
the
gonna
walk
say,
the plank.
yeah. I was gonna say. But that's totals and a recap for this week.
Plugs, hitting season Patreon almost, or I'm sorry, absolutely hammered. It is Phillies playoff season, first place Philadelphia Phillies, and this is the podcast you need. So grab your bat, your cap, and your Phillies pride. Crack open a beer and enjoy a weekly Phillies happy hour with Chris Jones, Justin Clue, and our very own Mike Robertson. Check out Absolutely Hammered on the Hitting Season Patreon. You can find us everywhere you find your audio podcasts: iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Amazon Music, Podchaser, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Castbox, and my new favorite, Podbean. Please hit that subscribe button and don't be afraid to leave a review. It really helps. Also, check out our video podcast on YouTube. Also, hit that subscribe button, leave a review for us there. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. Look for weekly reels and updates. It's time to check the mailbag, Mike.
All right.
And we do have an email. Email titled Big Fan. What a
Oh,
great
excellent.
start.
Like that's a good subject.
I love it. Hi, Mike and Mike. I love listening to your podcast as I'm a huge fan of 70s, 80s television shows. My favorite episode of Love Boat Project was number 59 because I couldn't stop cracking up at your comments, especially about Captain Steubing. That was the Vicky episode.
Oh, right. And we were pro Stupid in that one.
We were I don't know what. I have to go back and see what it's. Oh, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't, but I don't know. I guess we had to get creative if we were. Keep
Yeah, it
up
was
the
very
project.
unusual.
Right, as per right. Uh, keep up the project, and I look forward to listening during my commute to work. P.S. Joan Van Ark was on Knots Landing, not Falcon Crest. Wait, was Falcon Crest the Dallas spinoff, or was Knots Landing the Dallas?
I think this
I
is
always
what
get.
got us in trouble last time.
Well, when I think Falcon Crest, all I think of is Lorenzo Lamas, but I don't know about Knots. That sounds right
I
to
don't.
me.
Yeah, I.
You know what? Sincerely, Diane. I'll take your word for it, Diane. I don't
Yep.
know.
And you know what? They're all going to be back on at some point. We will be
Yeah.
better about our
Well,
Falcon Crest Knots Landing separation.
yeah. We
So,
don't want to. We don't want
yeah,
to cross those two.
they all fall into the same category for me, unfortunately. So
So that's wonderful. You can email us at theloveboatproject@gmail.com. We'd love to hear back from you. Next episode, Mike. I looked ahead, and boy, are we lucky.
all right.
My favorite guest is back. Let's. Barbie Benton's back, Mike.
Oh,
Perfect Nose is
excellent.
back.
Excellent.
Just my favorite.
Love her. Yeah.
Steubing has a potential love interest. No, it's not Barbie Benton, because that would be the end of the project right there. We start a new project called The Realistic Project. And Sydney the waiter makes another appearance. So he's going to be coming in. Pew, pew.
Sydney should not be making the synopsis.
So wow. It looks like it could be another lean.
Gotcha. Well, listen, I'll take Barbie Benton and Steubing pitching Woo. That's a good
100%,
start.
100%.
So,
But yeah, Barbie, I mean, anytime we can get Barbie Benton.
excellent. No,
I mean,
she definitely goes into that like Christopher George category of didn't know who she was before we started doing this. Now huge fan.
Amazing.
So,
amazing. Yeah, she's my favorite.
all right.
And that's it, Mike.
Well, and like we said, I guess potentially Thanksgiving, although I doubt it. It's in that weird post Thanksgiving hole, but we never know because they
I'll
snuck.
prep
Yeah, I'll get my buckled hat just in case. So.
I'll prep my I do have specific Thanksgiving shoes. I'll have my Thanksgiving garb ready to go just in case.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because
It's
now we're looking ahead. We're going to be into October, and then it's like we have potential of their Christmas episode. We have our Christmas episode.
maybe Valentine's.
And we don't have any
Day? I
holiday
don't
stuff
know.
for a very long time. Oh, good point.
Arbor Day,
Valentine's, yeah.
maybe. May Day. President's Day.
I mean, St. Patty's Day seems easy, right?
It'd be weird, I think, to go to Mexico for a St. Patrick's Day cruise. But I mean, I'm not saying it's green every. I mean, they've had English pub night, so I mean,
See, just have
nothing's
an
out of
Irish
bounds.
guy on the boat that week. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I think that next week we might get a nice Diwali celebration on the boat. So they're really gonna. Hey, I'm open to it. Give me any holiday.
I like a holiday. I like a
Same
theme.
here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not that hard, guys. But that's for next week. That will end our Olympic pimping fake birthday cult edition of the Love Boat Project. Thanks everyone for listening. Thank you, Mike. And we will talk to you again next week.